Hello, everyone. Welcome to the BIRA Phoenix Subway Fresh Fit 250. Here alongside me, hosted by AEC Sports, is Reese. Reese, how you doing today?
I'm doing very good, Lee. How are you doing?
So we're both first timers here. AJ is helping us out, but it's seeming to be a very good race. Matt's talked a lot about he's very excited of how he's completely redone this Phoenix, and it's going to be a whole new Jag. I think he said it's the 2012 layout, much different than a lot of these newer models. Who are you looking out for today on the field?
Um, I've heard some names before. Spectral seems to be a very aggressive driver. I think that Phoenix, you need to be very aggressive here to want to make moves and get that checkered flag. So I think he's one to look out for.
Yes, yes, of course. We see the countdown on the top reading 40 seconds, and all the drivers are sat in their car, some outside their car. Actually, all of them are outside their car now, waiting patiently to get going. Today is going to be a very interesting race as we have a big full field of 21 drivers. I think we have 5 or 6 subs, so a few people not making it, but definitely there's a lot of talent in this field, and we're excited to get going. We'll read over the starting order over very quickly as they start to head out very soon. So, in first, taking his second pull is Trainwreck. And on the outside, a very disappointed smart coder who's also taking his second spot outside. This may be a rivalry that we are going to see during the
Now,
race
for the most
because
famous words in motorsports, we
Matt. Okay,
welcome AJ the Lego fan to say the
Drivers, start your engines!
willing is
okay,
stupid. I don't like willing sometimes.
Listen, those cars rumble.
Alright.
okay. So Matt was very helpful, and now AJ did the honors to get the engine started for all the drivers. A tradition, I assume, that has been going on in AEC history. So now that Matt is getting going, he is flimsing out of the pit box. He's a very uncautious guy in that car. You probably see him banging boxes quite a bit. So getting on with the order as we go on. Joel Musa sits in third. Spectral Rancor sits in fourth, as we talked about him earlier. Racing guest Alt sits in fifth. Alongside him, Bolt. And Diamond Beastlaw sits in seventh. Mango, an up-and-coming driver in BIRA, is pretty disappointed, as he talked about, sitting in eighth. Commander Remy, a former race winner, 4 or 5 times, I think, sits in P9, having a first appearance back at BIRA. But he also talked that he's very disappointed today, but he feels Phoenix is going to be a very strong track for him. Robloxian in 11th, Stolk in 12th, Scorched in 13th, Mr. Daytona in 14th, Goku in 15th, Bella in 16th, Sleesher having a horrible qualifying, very disappointed in 17th, Imagine X in 18th, X Doge in 19th, Waternet in 20th, Thin Blue Line in 21st, and Kyle Busch, the fan, in 22nd. I think I missed that. But they seem to all be getting underway, and let's get underway as they are about to take the checkered flag, as here comes the driver. Green flag as we go, as it is the driver of Trainwreck leading us off in this pack. Trainwreck seems to get a good exit.
Going
Spectral
3
makes up a
wide.
lot of faces. Yeah, 3 wide in the start. It's going to be a horrible start here, but no one seems to lose themselves. But a few go into the wall up in the back there. Not sure who that was. But Spectral overall, Trainwreck keeping himself under composure, and Spectral falling down. 59 made up a bunch of places off the start, and a lot of drivers go wide back there. That is Robloxian, who leads off 3 wide. That is going to be horrible for all of them. Now, Trainwreck, Ignition wrecked in the back. Oh my days, that's horrible for him. So now, as we get underway, it seems to be a pretty calm start. 155 laps. That just shows the true pace that we're going to be leading. So, Reese, over to you. Have you driven these cars at all? Have you seen tire wear? What are your thoughts on how the pit stops might
I
come?
have driven the Christmas special last year. The cars handled very tight at times. So they're very. You gotta be pretty talented to drive these cars. It's not just gas and go.
Yeah.
Especially with a track like this, I think we're gonna definitely see a lot of tire wear and pit strategy come into play, as it is a very long pit road that you have to go down.
And that is very true. The 4, Sleesher goes up in the wall with Robloxian, both of them definitely struggling off of there. But Mangoes, as we talked about, who was up and coming and started only in P7, is all the way up into 2nd, and Spectral moved down to 3rd, Remy up into 5th, all the way up from 9th. So a lot of those backfield guys have been able to go, and that's the 9. Who is that? That's the 9 of, and Robloxian of the 47 are both spun out. I'm not sure who the other driver in the 9 is.
Mr. Daytona is in the 9.
Mr. Daytona, wow. So that is a yellow flag, the first of the race. I was going to assume that there wasn't going to be too many, which was going to be my next thing that I was going to talk about. But already, drivers wrecking and a yellow forms. So, the one point that I was going to talk about is, as we were talking about pit stop strategy, fuel. A lot of these drivers are going to take gambles in the early stages to try to get positions. But at the end, they really are going to let off. So we're going to have to see. I assume that a few may pit here. Possibly for fuel. No one will really go for tires yet. But overall, that is horrible. So Robloxian and Mr. Daytona already go down, and Diamond Beastlaw as well seems to have fallen way back in the 97. And he started pretty high up in what I think is 7th. So, you know, it's very unfortunate that he's all the way back. He said he's got 2 laps left, and Robloxian spins in the pits. Very unfortunate. How's your take, Reese, overall on this first few laps?
I mean, it was a battle. Looked like they were racing kind of for the finish there. Every single lap seemed like very competitive racing. I think though, I think they need to mellow it out a bit. You know, they're racing too tight, too close. It's too much to risk just at the early of the day.
Yeah, there's a lot of testosterone in this field. Everyone's fired up and they want to get going, especially with this track. You know, it's a long race. It is a very long race. It's about a 36-second lap, and you do that by 155. We're talking almost a 2-hour race here, maybe 3. And there's no lag. Daytona was a bit of a lag fest, so it was hard to kind of call that. So far, it looks good. Trainwreck still leads. In 2nd is Mango, 3rd Spec, and Remy's moved up into 4th and past Sleesher. That's going to be a good battle. Sleesher had a bad qualifying, but he's all the way up in 5th now, which is really good. He says that he sucks at qualifying, but his race pace, as we know, is very, very consistent. And a lot of drivers are pulling into the pits now.
Trainwreck
and
gonna go.
Is no, Trainwreck did go into the pits. So Trainwreck's in the
go.
pit. I think that is also Remy, Sleesher, the 65. I can't really see all of them, but yeah, they're heading in the pits now, and that means that Mango will lead us off in this coming stage. Do you feel this early in the race it is good to give up track position to take a pit stop?
I mean, it's early in the race, so, you know, you got plenty of ground to make up. You got plenty of time. I think it's a healthy decision to pit now than pit later.
Yeah, that is definitely very true, because if you have fresher tires, it's going to be very easy to overtake, but also some may argue that it's harder to overtake with so much traffic in the back, because you're really going to be pushing through a lot of cars, because it seemed to be a 50-50 pit.
Trainwreck first off pit row.
Yeah, Trainwreck first off pit row. Great pit stop there. He probably just took fuel, which is all he really needs. But it's a bit questionable. We can't really see the data, but he seemed to make it quick. And if he just took fuel, what's really the point? But I guess you can go a little bit longer. So we will see how this turns out. I think they're going green this time round, and Mangoes will lead us off in the 59 car. Behind him is, so we talked about, the aggressive driver who made a pretty big name for himself in Daytona. That race was not fun to be a part of, and overall I definitely would say I don't like him, but this race he's in 2nd and I'm very impressed with him so far. In 3rd is Spec. Spec has been doing well. He started 4th, he's in 3rd, he's made up 1 spot. The driver of Joel Musa isn't here, but I'm pretty sure he's been subbed by Scorch, so yeah, we'll see how this goes on. Oh no, I guess they're going another time around. I am mistaken. I don't know what goes on in the mind of Matthew Gallagher, whatever his last name is. But okay. Well, in the meantime, I guess. Oh, another big driver, Thin Blue Tuna, making his first ever race appearance. Started 2nd last, all the way up in 2nd. Remy moved down the order, and a lot of these other drivers. Sleesher is in 9th, so Sleesher overtakes Remy on the pit lane, which is interesting. So Remy possibly took tires as well. So we'll probably see the lap data in that and how it goes. But besides that, taking that extra lap, burning the extra bit of fuel, I could tell you, sitting behind Matt, when you're up there and you're waiting to go, you just hate it because you're just burning fuel and you're just like, I just want to get underway. Because no one knows when the next caution is, and everyone hates pitting under green because a caution snaps out and you could go from first to last instantly if you mess up that pit stop under green. So yeah, and at Phoenix, who knows? Once the field starts to spread out, I feel like we are going to definitely have green flag pit stops, and that is going to be the key to the race, is being able to get in there fast, know what you want, get out, and having the strategy work. So we'll see. As Mango leads us off, everyone is behind him, waiting anxiously. There seems to be a little bit of gap between train wrecks. Everyone's trying to catch up now, but it is Mango's coming across the line. When is he going to go? He's waiting. He's holding everyone up, and then he gets, oh, what a tactical start there by Mango. What he did, for you guys, if you don't understand, the cars love to be pushed. Wreck in the, oh my, yeah, you are right. So there's a huge wreck in the back, as we saw, and Sleesha's turned around, and that looks like he's into the infield. He's sliding, but
Saves it.
Oh my goodness, what a
move by Sleesha. That is
what a move. But now, back on with the top three over here. Trainwreck has moved himself all the way up the field after taking that pit stop. I don't know what he did, but he's going juice now. He's right behind Spec. He's pushing Spec right on the bottom. He's going to try to make a move up the inside, and it looks like he is going to get the inside, but that looks like Mango's
going to go 3 wide.
3 wide. I don't think Mango's going to send it.
Doesn't work. Doesn't start.
Trainwreck does send it, and is Spec going to get the cutback? He does. That was a bit of a
mistake. He's going to get the crossover.
There. Yeah, great racing by these top three over here. So overall, I'd say it seems the start to be getting underway after that first caution. But now Spec goes down the inside, Trainwreck on the outside. Who is going to get it?
Slides
Mango
up.
is staying on the inside. Yeah, Spec slides up, takes Train with him, and now Mango's trying to peek his nose in there, and it looks like Mango's going to overtake. Spec gets forced to the outside real bad, and it looks like they are going 3 wide almost back out of turn 3, and that is Mango's who hits Trainwreck up on the wall. This is very weird. Mango's is sliding way up the track now, and they both have to compensate for that, and I think that is, if I'm not mistaken, who is that in the number 2 car? It is Imagine
That
Z.
is Imagine Z, yes.
Wow, that is also crazy. Another driver who started way in the back, started 18th up fighting with the leaders. Great work. He talked to me last night. We were in VC when he was doing his qualifying. He had done 2 laps. He qualified P18, but obviously he had way more pace in him, and that qualifying showed. And he's been putting in the practice. Now going 3 wide into turn 1. It looks like Mango's backs out a little bit, but now it's compromised line for Imagine Z as he really loses that grip. But Mango's trying to get the cutback and hit off the wall. That's really not good there. But yeah. So, Reese, talk. Go ahead. How are you feeling about this front pack and these racing?
It's very interesting lineup we got. I've assumed Trainwreck is he's not very new to the front of the pack. He seems like he's a top dog. But I think Imagine Z seems to be a young gun, seeming to be up here competing with the top dogs. I think it's a very good front pack we have here. Very interesting. Many stories can unravel from here.
Yeah, definitely. And as we said, a lot of these drivers seem to start getting stuck in the traffic. Sleesher is really far back, but he had that spin, and Remy hits the dog lick inside of turn 2 and goes almost flying into the air.
Can you the stream?
Yeah. Huh?
Stream link?
Send the stream link. Okay, we have to send the stream link. Okay, so, oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, so, as of now, we're waiting for the stream link, but Mangos goes in the infield. Let's go back up with the top group and how they're doing so far. It's still Trainwreck and Spec that are continuing to go side by side into 3. And as it stands, Spec goes on the inside, tries to get the cutback, but it just doesn't work. This field is definitely starting to spread out, and Trainwreck looks to take a commanding lead. I'm not sure, Matt, if you're in here. Is there draft at Phoenix? I don't think there is.
There is not.
There is no draft at Phoenix, so it's literally all up to pure pace. So I assume that Trainwreck is hopefully going to start to take a commanding lead out of this next lap, as he very much seems to be the dominant driver here. And yeah, we talked about it before, and we said we thought that it was going to be a race between Smart Coder and Train because they seem to have a little rivalry after Daytona. And Smart Coder had a little chip on his shoulder. But Smart Coder does not seem to be doing so well. He sits down in P14. I don't think he went into pit road. If he did, he sits in the 28, and let's say he did, this would
Big wreck
show
on the
big
back
wreck in the back. Big wreck in the back. Oh my
That is
goodness.
the 9, the
The 9, the
32.
28. I'm not sure who else was involved in that, but the 2, they all go around. I'm not sure if there's going to be a caution. I think they might have been able to
82,
save it.
Blue Nation caught in it.
There is a yellow. There is a yellow called. That is a huge wreck. Yeah, that is a huge wreck. I cannot figure out who's upside down because it's so
Dodge
hard.
the Dev was also caught up in that wreck, along with...
It was Shulk. No, wait, who is it? The Bluefin Tuna gets sent round, and he was upside down. The 82 of the Bluefin Nation, sorry, who we talked about was doing well, is sitting in P7. No, the 82. Yeah, 09 was also. So that was a huge wreck. We were actually, I was watching that because I was talking about Smart Coder, and Smart Coder got heavily involved in that. He got sent into the pit wall or something. So caution will come out. And now the question is, Reese, what are you doing in this situation if you're one of the drivers?
I think if you haven't pit yet, now's the time. Now's the time
Yeah.
you definitely pit. You take those tires. You just, even if you're at the back, you got nothing to lose. But even at the front, you got a lot to lose. So,
Yeah.
I'd rather just pit now.
Yeah. It seems like they're stopped. They're waiting for the pace car to come through. They're stopped on the back stretch, the front stretch. And yeah, we're just waiting. So, yeah, so now's a good time to pit, I would say. 16 laps in, the tires are definitely feeling it. Trainwreck did have a huge lead, as we see, over Spec, as it sort of stands. So, now, as we go into the pit cycle, we'll be heading over to commercial break very, very soon. Now, actually.
Hey, where do you think I can buy some cheap clothing?
Try Bob.inc. They have a wide variety of clothing that's very affordable, and they're made from scratch.
They must sell other stuff too, right?
Sure they do. They sell all sorts of motorsports related things. They can even make you a fire suit.
I have been in the market for a fire suit.
Thanks for the win.
Maybe I should try out Bob.inc.
Bob.inc, the best racing products in the country.
Welcome everyone back to AEC Sports Phoenix Subway Fresh Fit 250, and we recently had basically every single racer here go into pit lane aside from Minecraft and the 07, who I'm not sure exactly who that is, but yeah, that's a bold decision from Minecraft. He hasn't pitted before, and he sits out here on lap 17 without a pit stop, leading, let me say. But we'll definitely see the pace difference as of now. Minecraft, not bad, qualified decently, or the pace is there, but we'll now get a true example of where this goes through. So, Reese, did you catch who the 07 is?
07 is none other than WaterNet54. I wouldn't know what he's doing out here. This is, in my opinion, I think it's a very dull decision. I don't know what he's thinking out here, what he can gain from this. There's obviously not a lot, but maybe just some good screen time and get some, time up front. But other than that, he's doomed to go towards the back.
Yeah. So, I think that if Minecraft does make this work with a no pit stop, we'll see a lot of drivers take note of that, because they definitely do notice who's staying out there and who's not. Because like, why is this guy up here? But yeah, WaterNet is a good driver. Minecraft, good driver. Both of these could possibly take it. But sitting right behind them is Trainwreck, who's been dominating this race, and right behind him is Spectral, who's also looking to make a quick move on them into turns 1 or 2 after green flag. So I'm not sure if we're going green here. I would assume so. Matt is continuing his bad driving, going up almost into the wall, and we'll see if we're going green here. Reese, would you like to lead us off?
All right, 11 and 07, followed by the 38. That makes up the top 3. Spectral, and then I believe that is who's in the 2.
Not sure. I'll figure that out.
All right. Well, looks like we're about to go off for a green flag. Minecraft with an interesting start. He takes a really good lead, a really good jump. 33 back to the outside of the 38, looking to try and make it work, but the 2 goes to the inside. The 38 making the inside work. The 11 goes high, but here comes Spectral up to the inside. The 38 and 38, the 38 and 33, my bad, get side by side as they have a very great battle for the lead, as they've been having very great battles as of today.
Yeah, definitely. If you're talking about Spectral and Trainwreck there,
Yes.
they've already seeming to not make any difference. Minecraft has moved back a ton of places, so that pit stop has really shown that you need to pit. He's sitting out here with no pit stop. His tires are probably screaming for help, and every single lap you could see the pace difference between the drivers and him. He's sliding up the track, they're sliding underneath him, and he's losing that position right there. And that's really it. Imagine Z has kind of held his spot. He's sitting in 4th. He's still with that pack. He's been able to help. Remy's moved up a few spots. His strategy is really good. He is a driver that is going to shine through here. And yeah, we will watch this front pack. It's definitely heating up. Spectral, Remy, all trying to get into there. So yeah, it is very good. Now, Train has a pretty decent lead. Remy pushing Spec to the outside, and Spec hits Remy. They're both to the wall.
Into the wall.
Remy is spun.
24
Spec is
around.
unwrecked.
No caution.
No caution.
He's
I'm
into
not
the
sure.
inside
Remy's
outside wall.
driving backwards on the track right now. Beck has just put the 6 into the wall. Where is Remy? Remy's coming through the infield. I have literally no clue.
He saves it. He saves it in the infield in the dog leg. Oh, the 6 gets into the 33.
It's Speck
He goes
sitting
around.
in the infield. What is going on? Remy's now
Saves it again. Wow.
Remy's now
Very
trying to
talented
take
drivers in
Speck
the
out.
field.
Holy moly. We have a huge pack of around 6 drivers here. We have Speck, Salisher, Remy, the 32, the 97 of, if I'm not certain, that is Smart Coder. No, Smart Coder is all the way back. Smart Coder's dropping down a lot of spots. Really hard for him. Oh, it's WaterNet. WaterNet gets dropped from that. Anyways, but
Lee,
holy
I'll tell you
moly.
what. I'll tell you what, Lee. That was very fun what we just watched, but you know who watched that the funnest? The 38 car. He loves to see that kind of action. Make that lead go up way more than it was.
Yeah, that is actually probably the most correct statement of the night. Because if you guys have ever played any sort of NASCAR game, whether you call it Backstretch Battles, Road Stock Racing, NR Thunder, all sort of those Roblox games, you know that the leader usually bolts off because the other guys in the back don't want to work with each other because they're so focused on trying to pass the car, and they just completely have blown this race out of the water. Now, if Trainwreck is able to get a commanding lead here, obviously a caution will completely 180 that. But oh my god, that's the 97 of WaterNet who
Oh,
spins, and he
97
takes
WaterNet.
out the 2. Holy shit! Oh wait, I don't know if I
Not
can-
the 2. Two's up here in 3rd.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, the 97, and that's the 11 of X Minecraft, who's just been taken out because of the 97's cause in the infield. A lot of drivers spinning on this grass, and I'm not sure why. Because unless they're getting kind of sent there, you wouldn't understand why they would be getting into the infield, because there's quite a lot of road on this track. It's a very wide track in the corners, and on the exits you have a lot of room to work with this. Trainwreck continuing to move up, and Bolt, a real surprise right now, who pitted under this caution, is sitting there with ImagineX, and it's really confusing how both of them are up there, because ImagineX hasn't pitted, but Bolt has. So yeah, sorry, X Minecraft hasn't, ImagineX has. So yeah, 2 surprising drivers right now sitting up in the top 2, but they're still losing 2/10 that last lap to Trainwreck, and the top few are starting to spread out. Spectral is trying to move up a little bit. He seems to be doing that. So behind him is 32, who I can't figure out exactly who that is. But yeah.
Dodge the Dev is in the 32.
Oh, Dodge the Dev. So yeah, making a sub appearance actually is Dodge Dev in that 32 car. The driver he thought was in championship contention, so he's subbing in. But now, the 65 and 33 are going at it. There's a yellow somewhere on the field. I'm not sure what's going on.
Let's see where we can find that yellow.
It's the I think it's Waternet. Waternet the 07 was spun round.
Yes, he was 180 around.
Yeah, so he is not going to get lapped, which is good. I think they have Lucky Dog rule. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's definitely spun around, and he'll have to make his way back. Now the gap closes all the way for Trainwreck, and we start all over again.
Yeah, he's gonna hate to see that.
Let's go. We'll have to watch Reese. We'll have to watch the pit road real closely. He's I thought he was going to the pit road for a second. What is going on? Just almost cut through the track. But yeah. Everyone's lined back up as we wait for Matt to come through. Here he comes. The Queen. All hail the Queen. She comes through. Yeah, make way, make way. Okay, now we're coming through. Now we're coming through. And we're there. I could tell you that the pace car is very easy to drive. I've driven it many times while leading off drivers. I don't know why Matt makes it look like a challenge. What the heck is going on with that 11? There's just I think that is X Minecraft, who is DNFing, is going.
So is
back.
Waternet. Apparently, Waternet is also parking.
I think this is true. I'm not sure. Yep, Waternet and X Minecraft are both parking the car.
Oh.
They'll be out of the race.
And guess what? Both those two drivers didn't pit, and they are out of the race.
Yes, that is a very good observation. So none of them have pit, and it's interesting because this is a perfect opportunity. I'm assuming that they have to go. So he says he's fighting lag. Waternet says he's parking. Robloxian is complaining about lag. But yeah, that is true. Both drivers didn't pit. But this would be a perfect opportunity for both of them to get back in the field. They would be last.
Remy seems to be staying out. He's got that good track position right now. I think he didn't pit too long ago, so he might be just hoping for another caution, but try and get that good track position out there.
The last time we had caution was lap 16, and they on lap 17. And Remy was a driver who lost a few places, and like I said, I think he took tires, so I think he's using up this stop now. He saw the lead that Trainwreck had at the end there, and I think he's trying to get the track position because he's a real strong driver, and we all know that. So if he's able to get away just with a little bit more, if he's able to get that top pack, move up with Trainwreck to kind of get there, because he knows that Trainwreck will be very aggressive. He's able to sit on the tail of Trainwreck, just like they are able to do in many motorsports. Copy the line, sit on the wheel, and just stay out of trouble, because Trainwreck's been able to do that all race, honestly. He's just been so dominant to have the Spectral Rancor, who's turned like 3 people already, but he's been too fast for him. So, we're not going green this time around. Yeah, we're not. I probably could have guessed that Matt was unhappy with the formation. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see. And so far, it's so good. X goes to Dev, loses a few places. Sleacher has been bouncing up and down in the top.
2 spots to 5th.
Yeah,
very good by the 4 team.
Yeah, we'll see where everyone fits after the caution. So yeah, Spectral back and forth, scores a few places, but everyone overall doing so far. Diamond Beast Law moving up, Mangoes, Thin Blue Tuna moving all the way down. Not good. And Smart Coder, he's honestly, he's lost. It's really sad to see. He's been struggling a lot, and he sits all the way in the back. I really don't know what's going on with him. He was seeming so confident coming into here, but now he's just completely lost all his momentum. And we'll have to watch during the race. It's a long time, and for some reason he's spinning in the infield. But yeah, they're going green very soon. So we'll go back on the top with Remy. Remy's a very technical driver. He knows these cars very well. He's been driving here for a long time. He's one of the most dominant drivers on these short track circuits. And he's very dominant on road courses and such like that. He's a great open wheel racer. He drives in many huge leagues. And Jackal and Byra are one of them, and he knows what to do there, and he competes at the highest level. Short tracks are his thing, but he's very technical. He knows NASCAR to a T, and he knows just what Trainwreck's going to do. He's going to be very smart in this reset, and I'm sure he's not gonna take the blunt end of it. Now, Matt, pulling into the pits. I hope he's pulling into the pits. Don't say we're going another round. We're going another round, ladies and gentlemen. Priest would you like to substitute in some info, as I don't know what else to say.
Well, other than the fact that I think Matt liked racing gas money. I think, you know, we got a good, interesting battle toward the front. We've had Imagine X has been very good. I noticed those rookie stripes on the back of him. Obviously, he hasn't been in this league for too long. Very good, solid day for him right now. He's been in the top 5 pretty much throughout the whole time. If he's not, he's either 6th or 7th. So very interesting performance by him. Spectral and Trainwreck has given us a few good battles, and I think Remy's going to add to the mix. I think we're in for some very exciting racing, folks.
Yeah. They're talking about lag in the chat, and that seems to be the reason why Trainwreck has gone off twice. Smart Critic complained about lag. You know, you can't really see the lag right now on my view. The spectate, which is usually quite laggy, it looks very clean. But on the lag, on their side, on the other end, it's probably hard. I know that Daytona was a real lag fest. It was impossible to know where cars were, and keeping an eye on your points of vision was just impossible because he was there, and next thing he was Houdini and he was gone. So you never really know. But hopefully it's not too bad. It seems so far that they've been able to do quite well with what they haven't noticed, honestly. So yeah, as we come to the restart zone, Remy teeing up on the bumper of Trainwreck. We talked about it before. I think Remy's a very technical driver. He knows what to do. The restarts are a great option for him. He's sweeping a little bit. He's twirling. When's he gonna go? It looks like he takes the bumper and he's off, but Trainwreck is right with them, going around the outside. And the number 2 of that's not Spec. The number 2 of Bolt is there with him, and Remy goes up into the outside wall, and that's Train is going to take the inside now, and Train will take the lead of this race unless Spec has anything to say about it. I'm not sure how he did.
And he does not. Oh no, he does not save it. He's into the inside wall. Tough break for the 2. Don't know what the 33 was thinking right there. That was a very boneheaded move by the 33.
Yeah. Imagine X. Horrible. Imagine ZX. Very hard for some of these names, gotta be honest. Go horribly into the wall, and that is just a horrible restart for him. He was sitting up in a great place, but Commander Remy continues to sit in first place, but Trainwreck and Spectral are right on the bumper with X-Doge Dev sitting in there. We've seen his pace. I haven't really talked much about X-Doge the Dev, but he really seems to be putting on a show. They've made quite the way away from the likes of Shulk and Bolt. Now, 3 wide Spec throwing Remy up into the wall there, into the high side there a little bit, but Remy's able to keep it under control and stay right behind him. Remy into this next go. What's he going to try to do? He goes to the inside. He fakes it a little bit to try to get Spec up now, and I think he's going to come on the switchback. He pushes Spec up. What a dirty move that was. Spec's not going to take any of that, but Remy actually had a horrible exit because of it and is looking under pressure from X-Doge the Dev. Now, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything into 2, but what are we going to be able to see into 3? The leaderboard's just gone off for a quick second. Now, they're going to have to reset that. But Remy setting it on the inside of Spec, and this is a great position that he's in right on the bumper, able to use him on the exit, and he'll be able to take that. But now Trainwreck is under caution a little bit because he's fallen back for some reason after seeming to have gotten away from both the drivers. Now Remy sending it really deep, going really high, and Spectral
over to the inside. He's on the door of the 38. He looks like he's going to take the lead. Oh my gosh, he went from 3rd to 1st in a single
And now they're
corner.
in the infield. Remy's in the infield.
24, passing the grass.
24, passing the grass. What a legendary move there by Remy.
Oh my god.
The balls on these drivers. Because, right, Reese, we've seen just how slippery the goddamn grass has been. And for him to go through that, even a slight touch of the D key could have sent him out of this race.
I think he's going to try the same move again in turn 3.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he goes to the outside.
But Spec
back to the inside. He's onto the bumper.
Holy moly. They're going 3 wide. And on this exit, who's going to be able to take the inside line? I think Trainwreck has it, but no, it's Remy, actually. And Trainwreck now in the position. Yeah, Remy takes the lead, but Trainwreck's going to seeming to try to dive down the inside here, but no, they both go wide. And Spectral, again, is able to take the inside line. This man is glued to the yellow lines, and it seems like Remy actually has the greater exit out of that corner. So, got to give it to Remy. He doesn't pit. He doesn't take the tires. He doesn't take the fuel.
But you know what he takes? You know what he takes? He takes the lead. Now that's a driver.
Yeah, that is a driver.
32 up to 2nd. Oh, back to with the crossover move, back to 3rd. I like the 32 strategy. He's been kind of quiet back there, but I think he's kind of playing that strategy. He's in 4th. That's probably the best position to be with these very 3 competitive, very aggressive drivers.
Yeah. And now, Reese, tell us, how are you feeling if you're Trainwrecker now? He's starting to fall down the field, and Remy is starting to make a move through. And who is that? Someone's in the pit lane. I think they hopefully need to get out of the way.
Well, I think Trainwreck, he's in 5th. That's not too far behind. Remy sure is pulling away, but Trainwreck has found his lead, has gotten back a little bit, but he's found his way to the lead many times today. I don't think he has a problem coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have a problem coming back. He's making moves on the dev, Doge the dev, and he looks to get up to spec. But again, remember last time when he was out, the drivers all the way from P2 to P6 were battling, and he was gaining time, and now it's the same thing for Remy. But again, a caution just throws all your strategy out the water. And as well as we know, if this goes green, Remy will have to pit way earlier than these drivers. So it's going to be hard to tell. But Spec and is kind of hitting on Trainwrecks because Doge kind of held him up. But I think he's past him and he's on the way to take Spec out, which has basically been the tail of the race this entire time. Spec, as we know, Spectral, is going to defend the heck out of this position. He doesn't let anyone past him. He doesn't want anyone past him. He just wants the clear road, and he has clear road in front of him because you probably can barely see Remy out of some of these corners. But now, as they're approaching, as Trainwreck is just so dominant, he is able to catch up to the pack. He went from 5th to 3rd in a matter of a few laps, and now behind us is Shulk, who's made his way up the field. But definitely not good. Slide up into the wall. Now, Trainwreck.
38 and 33 get around. 33 into the wall. He's around.
Oh my goodness.
Does he save it? He does not, as the 41 and I believe 09 get into the 33.
Yeah.
And is there a caution? There is no caution as of now.
Nope.
Now
Yellow.
there's a caution. There it is.
Yellow spinning into the infield. Wow.
Tough break for the 33, but I think he had it coming.
Yeah. He took out a few drivers, but that was a really weird scenario that went there. I think it was Train was pushing him on the outside of the corner, and he pushed him so much that he went into the wall. He had a flick off the wall with his nose, and then he came back, and he just lost control of the car. Because once you lose these cars, it's easy to recover them, but if you're coming on the exit, and if you're on the power, like Spec was probably trying to do, because he was trying to hold his position, right? So he's coming on the power, he's turning to try to save it, because he doesn't want to let go of that position, and turned a bit too much, and he spun out the way. So that is basically the reason that he's gone in there. And Matt's coming through speeding like Usain Bolt now. Now he slows down and he just stops on the side of the road. I don't know what's going on. I think it's roadside repair. AAA is helping the 9. He is over there. And now he fixes his car battery and he's on their way to go charge them.
New faces in the top 6, I'd say. We got the 61 of Schultz and the 09 of... Let's see who's in that 09. I haven't seen him all day. Scorched Zero is in the 09. Haven't seen him in the front of the pack. It's good to see some new faces. Good to see some new action.
Yes, definitely. It is. Now, we're in the pit cycle. Remy sits in the lead. I'm not sure who's going to go in, but we'll have to watch. Wait, where's Remy? Remy already got in? What's going on with him? Where is Remy? He's not behind Shulk. He's not behind Trainwreck. Is he falling back? Or I don't know what's going on. I'm a bit confused. But I think Remy has just had a bit of an issue. He had a great lead there. And as we'll see, the former leader is now coming. He hasn't even pitted again. He's staying out again. Wow. This is very interesting. Reese, what's your thoughts on this?
I don't really know what he's thinking, to be honest. I think, well, how many people, Spectral is not out and Remy hasn't pitted, so I think, how is he not going to run out of fuel? That's my question.
Yeah, I'm sure that Remy will be able to keep the fuel going. He is a smart driver, and he used to teach me when I first got into Byra, and he knows how to save a lot of fuel. But the thing I'm most worried about is the tires, right? That makes a huge difference. He's spun in the infield. He's done a 360. I think he's just showing off to the fans out there. For some reason, he's just done a spinnerooski. But yeah, I'm a bit concerned with how this is going to go. We saw him even with one non-go one time around, and it's been, I think, around 25-ish laps since the last time that he has pitted. So maybe he's. Oh wait, he's gone to the back. I'm very confused with the situation that's going on. I gotta be honest with you, Reese. I don't know what is going on here.
No.
Maybe he got a penalty. I just am confused. Now he heads in the pit lane.
He's heading into the pits. Maybe, yeah. That wasn't the
No,
smartest
he's
decision.
not. He
Oh,
faked us
he
out.
pulls a fake.
He pulls a fake. What is going on? What? This is so weird. I've never seen anything like this. I can't imagine what's going through his mind. Yeah, he's a smart kid, but yeah. So Spec now in the lead, but again, he hasn't pitted. He did pit with that older group, so he's got around 15 old lap tires. He's going up into the wall. He's probably typing. Yeah, he is typing. Yeah, I think he is going around. And he's going to be. So I think Remy is take the lead of this. Yeah, I really am so confused what's going on. This is really confusing. I think we're going to be restarting this lap. If we're not restarting this lap, I'm sure Remy is going to probably come around or something. He's asking in the chat if he can go around. But yeah, it's just very random what is going on. And so far, I guess we'll just get on the way. We'll stop worrying about it too much and we'll just see what happens. I think we're going green this time, as Matt seems to be pulling into the pits. And I think he is going to be coming to the pits this time, I can assume by his body language. He's a very predictable person. We've had 2 laps around. Spec is going to lead us off. I'm quite interested to see how this is going to go, because, you know, last time around, Trainwreck had a great run down the inside, and let's see how this goes. Spec starting us off for the 4th yellow flag that we've had, the 4th restart, I think, or the 3rd. Spec coming through, Trainwreck on the outside. He takes the inside line, he bangs the wall. He's going to be very much forced on the inside, and he gets charred with Trainwreck. Both of them go over to the inside, the 33 and the 30, and now Trainwreck comes down on the 9, and it's 2 wide in the back, 3 wide in the back. Holy crap. Almost, I think, 5 where we went there, and the 25, that's Smart Coder, goes on the infield. He takes out, this is a huge wreck at Phoenix, but I think they all save it, or is that the 62 upside flipped around? I think it is. I don't know if we're going to have a yellow. I think they're all floored around. Wow. So the 09, and I think that is the 2 stuck on the top of turn 2, that is. We're gonna have to flip through these here, but yeah, that is the 2 of. I'm not. No, it's not the 2. Never mind. I can't figure out who this is, but it's fine. We'll have to go on the way, and that is a huge wreck. Oh my goodness! They just continued wrecking. That is the 61. They're saying Shulk might have disconnected, and he's stuck on his side door. He's hanging there like a cow, and there's no caution that seems to be coming out right now. He's stuck on the IMS field. And he's saying he flipped on nothing in the chat. Remy's saying he lagged. There's a lot of issues that these drivers are complaining about with the server-wide QIA. So, horrible stuff. Yeah, Blue Nation is definitely not your leader. He's probably lapped her in the final few positions there. But yeah, just, I'm not sure. Robloxy and setting it up at the inside. Oh my goodness, what is going on? I'm so confused. I think that is Matt trying to get the car. They're basically just stopping on the backtrack. They didn't announce the yellow, but they will be going into a red flag, I think it is. Right now it is most likely a red flag if they have talked about it in the VC. So honestly, the race has just been crazy. We thought we were just getting underway with Spec restarting, but we really haven't. It was a crazy restart that was. And, you know, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. It's 50-50 to see how these drivers are able to do it. And at the end of the day, we don't know what we're going to get next. We're not even halfway through. And stage 1 will be finishing at around lap 60, probably lap 55, I assume. We don't know if there are stages, actually. We will have to sort that out. Maybe we'll ask Matt if he ever comes back in here to tell me to stop making bad jokes. But we'll have to get underway, as the drivers are as well. After the red flag stop in the backstretch, they will be probably lining up into pit road very shortly. Remy, who hasn't pit yet, will hopefully come to the pit lane. He's been dominant through the first few stages, getting a glimpse of hope at the start, and loads of drivers coming down to the pit road. And yeah,
Remy comes down.
So,
What a surprise.
as we see, Reese come here and talk us through. How you doing?
I'm doing very good, very good. That wreck was very bad. Shulk, at least from what I saw, was on his side. Glad he's okay. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that bad wreck. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. So we're hearing in from the middle car right now that Shulk has actually received a fractured collarbone and broken his left wrist, but he's made a miraculous recovery. He did something called a reset, and now he has just completely fixed all those injuries, and he's back in the car racing. So yeah, honestly, God has come to Phoenix and blessed Shulk with this amazing medicine. I don't know what it's called. Roblox calls it the reset button. But yeah, we'll see how that goes for him. He seems to be struggling at the past few. I think he's gotten his place back, but I'm not sure. Or maybe he stayed out after that. I think he did stay out because Robloxian right in front of him is a driver who stayed out. Robloxian not getting lots of glimpses at the front in this race, has really been struggling to pass through the traffic. He's been saying into the team chat as I am know him. So we'll see how he goes. I think they're going green this time, and the driver who will lead us off the field is definitely not Trainwreck. I can't get a glimpse of who that is. I think it is actually the driver we've been talking trash about this whole race. It is in fact Smart Coder. So Smart Coder in the lead. Behind him is the number 2 of Imagine X, Imagine ZXY. I know I can't get that right for some reason. I'm just gonna call him Imagine Z, and these two guys, very strong riders, and have not been able to prove themselves much because they've not been able to chance. But now they're wrecking in the back. I think that is Shulk again. Is that Shulk again going to the infield with another driver?
Teaser.
It's not. It's Sleesher.
Yeah.
It's Sleesher, and I think the 65. Wow.
And Diamond Beast also got in there, the 97.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. They're wrecking even under caution. Oh my God. The guys definitely don't like each other, and Phoenix has not helped it at all. So, honestly, someone's going through the pits. That is 27, and I thought I was smart, but then I tried to commentate a race and remember numbers, and now I remember just how dumb I am. So, the Sleesh man, back all the way already. So, he's definitely not enjoyed himself this race. Spectral's also finding himself in the back after that horrific crash that sent him up, turning and spinning. Probably one of the funniest parts of the race. The funniest part of the race, I'd say, is probably when Remy got spun by Trainwreck and then proceeded to go backwards in turn 1 and just
that was a very good play.
Just cruised backwards the entire corner, and I don't think he lost any positions. It was just so yeah. Now they're getting back in the way as another yellow. Reese, I'll give it over to you.
All right. Well, one thing I've noticed is that the 82 is now out of the game, or out of the race. He pulled his car into the infield, took a couple seconds of breathing air, and now he's gone. So no more 82 in the race. We're down 3 cars. Very frustrating race. We can see Tempers fuming. Very much from the cautions, A lot of tight space, not enough room to pass sometimes. But I think these guys just got to be patient. I think if you want to make some moves, make moves, and you just kind of gotta run at a good pace.
Yeah. Thin Blue Tuna saying in the Discord that his Roblox crashed and he doesn't know what to do now. And I'm sure that this will probably be cut short a few laps just because everyone seemed to be cut coming into the infield. The 6 of the Valvoline car, Trainwreck, Robloxian, and also 24 of Remy are staying out. So a group of 4 here that are putting their balls to the wall and trying this strategy. It worked last time for Remy. It's been a very short amount of time since the last caution, so I'm really surprised that there's only 4 drivers, that have stayed out, which is really weird, seeming that most of the drivers pit last time. But it's worked out for Remy last time. We know that his skill obviously helped him do that. Remy's saying 911 in the chat. I don't know why. They're saying 47.
They're spinning on pit row.
I think they have black flag the 47. I think they have black flag Robloxian. They said multiple incidents and penalties. So I think that is it. For the 47, he's been black flagged.
That's your driver.
Yeah, that is my driver. That is the last High Ridge Racing driver in the race anymore. So he's black flag. He left his car in the middle of the infield, and he's going to park it in now. So as we go back, Remy will lead us off. I don't think we'll be going green this time, and we are not. We have to wait one more lap. And yes, so interesting strategy here. A lot of drivers in the back on fresh tires. But Reese, what do you think they were thinking? It was only a few laps ago that we were under caution and most of the pit anyways. Do you think it's a smart idea to pit again?
Well, if everyone else is pitting, well, it's different for the people up front. For the people up back, if you see everyone in the front pitting, I would just pit as well, because then you're on the same strategy. So I feel like it would play out for the people in the back. For the people in the front that decided to pit, I don't know. I don't know what's in their brain going on. They know something we don't, maybe. But other than that, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'd say next caution, we'll try to bring in a driver and see what's going through their head, because that is a much better way to tell what's going on. The cautions are seeming to fly on the track. So yeah, we'll definitely have a driver soon in for interview. My first time here, I'm not sure if we do that here, but I'm assuming that we do. It'd be a great reason to see how the tires are feeling after a few laps. Bring in one of the chalk ones, and it will be great. So they're going to be going green this time. We're heading into lap 50 of the subway. Fresh fit 250 and 155 laps are the goal. Yet we are not even a third of the way through, folks. I have a calculator in my head. That's how I just got that number. Totally not Jesus is singing to me. So back underway with Remy as he leads us off into the opening restart. He's going real slow like he did before. Trainwreck bumps him a little bit, and now he's off. He gets a great restart, and that is the 6 of not Smart Coder, of Imagine. I'm not even sure who that 6 is.
Was in the 6.
Bolt in the 6, going into the wall out of nowhere. But Remy and Trainwrecks are both hitting it off, and it looked like Remy got a great breakaway here. As we talked about it on the restart, he does little tactics. He waits. Trainwreck hesitates. He pushes Trainwrecks. He accelerates and he goes, because getting that little bump sends you a little bit extra 5-6 miles that you can get off of the straight. But now there's another yellow. I think it's a wreck in the back. We didn't even catch that. Didn't even come up on my screen, and I'm
Looks
not sure
like
who that was.
A 97 and 33. So 97 a diamond and 33 a spec.
Yeah,
Spec has been in a lot of accidents today.
Yeah,
very unfortunate today.
Yeah, so Spec got into that accident with Trainwreck, got sent to the back, and has literally not been able to make his way through. A lot of other drivers who've been at the front got sent to the back via cuts and stuff, and now they're making their way through. For example, Sleesher and Shulk in 6th and 7th. Now is the case. Hopefully no one pits. I gotta be honest. I don't know why I'd pit. There's like 2 laps gone by, but we may see a few at the back. You get a little bit of extra advantage. You don't really lose any positions. Yeah, I think, is that Imagine X is parking it, ceasing. It's just been hard for him. So Imagine X is parking it. That's another driver down. More points for everyone else.
I don't believe that's Imagine X. I believe that's Daytona in the 9.
Yeah. Should we bring a driver in for an interview now? I don't have perms to do that, so I'm gonna ask God to do that. Let's bring in one of the top drivers who we've seen so far. I'd like to hear from Mango, if we can bring him in. Mango has been up and down throughout the pack, and he's a great driver. He's definitely been through a lot. So we will wait, as Mango will be coming very shortly. Right now, they seem to be under red flag. There's no indication so far via the system if it's going on. So yeah, we'll wait. So Mango is going to be coming in now. Hello, Mango.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, Mango. So talk to us. We'd like to know how the pit strategy is going for you. The tires are feeling. We see a lot of drivers are pitting very frequently when these cautions are flying, even between 4 or 5 laps. What is your take on this?
Tires junk quick. Yes, very much.
Yes. So how many laps do you estimate with your tires that they start to go out, or you start to feel uncomfortable with them?
I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I prefer not to find it.
Yeah, of course. So we see you're pitting right now, down the 59. You have a very close pit box. It's one of the first few, and I'm not sure where your pit box is actually. I thought it was because you were cutting in shortly. But what do you have a preference? Because I know a lot of drivers, when picking their pit stall, like have very specific areas where they like it. What is your reasoning behind yours?
Well, I usually like mine early on and kind of like a gap around, but obviously we have 21 cars, 21 pit stalls to choose from, so we didn't really have a gap in between. Um, I usually try to go for a corner, but I didn't get to choose until late, so it
Yes,
kind
yes,
of
yes. And
selection was very limited.
yeah, you have a great stop here. Going to be coming out just behind Trainwreck. He's been one of the most dominant drivers, but you've also been up and down the pack. But we know you've been able to fight with the top guns. And how do you feel your speed is today, and where's your goal for the end of the race?
Well, my goal is to finish. With new tires, cars junk, or new tires, cars good. Old tires, cars junk. So yeah, kind of fighting that battle.
I see. So, we're gonna be going green next time around. So we'll move you back. Okay, let's move him back. I'm so sorry. Okay. I think Mango's been moved. I didn't realize that. I thought we were going to be going on one more time, but Mango gets a great restart. The two's up and spinning. Oh no! Mango's just almost been spun by what looks to be the 32 of I think that's Doge the Dev. So yeah, it is Doge the Dev. And oh my goodness, I feel very bad for bringing him in there. But that is the top driver, who I'm not sure is up there. It is Remy, in fact. Right behind him is Spec. Both those drivers have not been in the front. Spec didn't pit to get in the front there, and now Spec and Trainwreck, the three that we saw before, are all fighting up there. Smart Coder as well, fighting with Sleesher in the back. They're going almost too wide now. They single file up into one. It goes. Remy goes now in the lead. Sleesher tries to cut down the inside of Trainwreck, and they use him as a brake. Trainwreck gets shoved up into Spec. Sleesher sends Trainwreck up into the outside, and Trainwreck goes all the way up and hits the wall, almost spinning it. And right behind him, looking to pick up the scraps, is who I think is Bolt in the 6 there. And Bolt is now getting involved very heavily. The 2, Reese, who is the 2?
The 2 is Imagine ZY.
Imagine ZY. Yeah, right. Let's go. Is now getting involved in the mix as well. And Remy has now taken off just as he did before. This is working out
wide in the turn 1.
Yes.
Almost 4 wide.
Almost 4 wide now. And Imagine ZX is now just placing himself right where he needs to be, but Bolt gets on the tail end of him, and it's a yellow.
Oh, and there's a yellow
in the back. What is going on? I don't know. We're not catching this, I guess. Oh my goodness! Sleesher, Joel Musa, and Smart Coder. All 3 of them taking out the entire field there. Sleesher is still spinning. This man literally has gum that is stuck on. That was a horrible analogy. I don't know what I just said. Just ignore that. Okay. So, geez, I need to fix myself. They're still spinning in the infield. That is the 32 of, I think, Doge. What is going on, bro? They're literally, it's like they're playing a game of Twister. I don't even get it. No one's winning. Like, you're getting sent to the back. They just continue to spin, and now Doge is trying to get back up at Sleesher. He's not happy with what just happened there. And the 59 of Mango is unhappy with the 95 of who I think is who is 95? What the hell? The 95 is Mr. Daytona. So yes, not too happy with how this is going so far. Definitely they're not happy. And we go to another caution. Reese, what was your take on that incident?
Well, the yellow came out before they wrecked, so I don't know what the yellow is for. You know, there was some sliding and stuff, but there wasn't anyone totally around. Yeah. But that incident was completely stupid. It looked like a Heinz Cup Series race, if you ask me. You know, very low competition, you know.
I don't really know what that is. I don't really know what that is. So I won't really get that, but I'm sure it's a bad league if they're known for that, honestly. They still are talking about VLAG in the chat, and this is not good. Spec says I have a sign apps. If you don't know what it is, for some reason, I don't know why you do that. That is not a good thing to say in the chat if you want to not be kicked from the race. So yeah. Remy is. Are they running around the track? I think they are, and we can't see them. I think they're restarting the game. Is what's going to be going on right now. Oh, okay. So they are not resetting the game. They are resetting the cars, and we are all back on the TP board. Wow, this is great to see everyone up close and personal. All these drivers. The sweat has just disappeared. Wow, this is great. And there's a naked man who is.
It's great to see Remy in his full superiority here, just completely naked, just like
Yeah.
you know.
Man, what the
Fun
heck?
fact-
Censor that.
Fun fact about Remy that I'm putting out there just because he pissed me off last night. One time we were in a game and oh my goodness, let's go get into one of the driver's cars. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know, Jake. Who is the number 9? Let's figure this out. It's Blue Cup. Is he gonna go with his car? I don't know what's going on. So yeah, fun fact about Remy. He loves his history and he loves he loves Theodore Roosevelt. And one time he did a Theodore Roosevelt speech that I clipped, and after I clipped it, I had to do a Theodore Roosevelt presentation for AP US History, and I used his voice as the voice for the speech, and no one knew anything, and it was amazing. So Remy got me an A on an AP US History project. Great man. Now back to the race. Time for the drivers to reset. Their cars don't reset. I'm not sure how this works. Really, with the logistics and the scripting, if all of them are jumping out and getting back in, whether they will be sort of be able to reset the tires and such. And because I think that is a thing, I'm not sure. Maybe if we can, there's no car here, obviously, but we could possibly see it and get in that. Actually, I am gonna go run over to a car, but they're still stuck in the back stretch. Reese.
Yes.
So let's say we're talking logistics here. You've probably done a fair share of racing in your life,
Yes.
in row racing, and if you've done row racing NASCAR, you've definitely been in this situation before. To all of you out there, what this time? Explain to them how you are as a driver in this time, when everything is kind of shut down and reset. Are you usually amped with pressure? Or are you usually calming yourself down?
I'm usually calming myself down. You know, things will get going when they get going. I'm never worried about stuff like that. If things are a little bit winky. I've been in good leagues where the host can see that there is a problem and they will fix it as soon as possible. So I've been very blessed with that.
Indeed.
So I'm
indeed.
very calm during those moments.
Yeah. Well, I think we've sorted out one thing is that the cars do not get reset, so they'll have the same tire wear and all. So that will not help anyone. And I think we're already starting to get going here. We'll go green, I assume, next time round. Hopefully, Matt can not be a little stingy and get this all. But we see the drivers coming around. Remy gives a little love tap to the back of Matt. Trainwreck is pitting now, and for some reason, a lot of the drivers are coming into pit row. Even after all this, it was very short between the last one. But Trainwreck comes out. He'll come out 4th if he's able to get this through. And honestly, he's been doing great. He's on the pit stop. He's in 4th, and he'll come out soon. But it looks like he got a little bit of bad exit. I think he took tires there. I think he was probably coordinating, and he knew that he had a little bit of time. Yeah, a little bit of
32 into the 9 right there. Was that
32, the 9 to 97. Oh my goodness! All go up and at him. So they're not going to be happy to have that. So, jeez Louise, that is quite funny. So, we'll be heading green this time around. I almost said that is, but I'm trying to figure out who's in the front. I think it is Remy, but he's talking about going TTB for some reason. So, yeah. But Mango's saying he took fuel, but it did not give. So they're not going now. Remy's going to the pit lane. He's going to be sent to the back. I think it's possibly a penalty. I'm not sure what's really been said over there. But at the moment, the driver who will lead us is the driver of... I don't know who it is. Who is the driver in the front? I'm not sure who it is. Number 2 is... number 2...
Imagine ZY.
Imagine ZY. Thank you, Reese. My best friend. I really hope he doesn't watch this stream. He's gonna hate me. It doesn't matter. I don't have to talk to him. So, Just kidding. So now at ZY sits up in first after not pitting. A strategy we've seen be tail and through the entire race. I just really hope that they can go green for more than 12 laps. I've got a kid at home. I've got a life to live, and this has taken almost 1 hour and 20 minutes, and we've only done 60 laps. So, by my calculations, I'll be out of here by the time my kid's off in elementary school, and I just want to see him grow up. So it's really just not fun at this moment. I need Matt to just make it lower. I'm just kidding. We're here for great racing, just like BIRA is known for. Obviously, is the great racing, and the long cautions. So now, imagine ZX leading us off into the restart zone, which is coming soon. He gets a very early jump. Trainwreck now trying to jump on the inside of Smart Coder, and he will do. In fact, that it looks like he's trying to stick his nose up there. He's sticking his nose up there, but they're going 3 wide on the exit. And I imagine ZX has a horrible launch, and now he gets overtaken twice. And the driver behind them is Bolt, who's trying to get a little sniff in there, but Trainwreck has done it again, and he sat himself back up in the first place. And oh my goodness, how has he done this? He's he's beaten 4 drivers, and he's back up into first, and behind him is Smart Coder, and the driver is Spectral, and there goes the driver of Bolt and Imagine ZY sitting behind each other after both of them thinking Spectral goes up into Imagine ZY. Oh my goodness, what is this guy doing? Now that is Bolt who gets sent up on the outside, who goes on the outside, and Mango also on the outside, and Trainer has just run away. There's nothing to even commented about for him, because it's really just Spec right now who we're watching. Spec is now fighting the driver of Smart Coder, and Smart Coder, who we've talked about horribly in the first few laps of the race, has now really brought himself back up in the field, and they're going 3 wide on the exit of 4 as they come on to the front stretch, as it looks like Bolt and Spec are having a drag race into 1, and it seems Bolt has the inside line. He forces Spec onto the outside. Bolt is going to have a great position here. Spec goes on the outside. That's Smart Coder also on the outside, and now the 2 of Imagine ZY is fighting with Mangoes on the exit there. Mangoes and Spec are both seeming to dive on the inside. Spec tries to go onto the grass where they removed that little curb that has been shoving drivers into Neverland for the past 70, 50 laps before they removed it a few laps ago. And now I think Spec finally is going to be able to get around Bolt, but he's not going to be clear. Bolt is going to have a great run down as he couldn't try to make the switchback work. I think he's going to try to do
28 and
it.
9 get into it. That is the 9 of Mr. Daytona and 28 spinning around the backstretch. But they do save it, so no caution.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Mr. Daytona. Yeah, we haven't seen much of Mr. Daytona after an impressive race in Daytona. And yeah, well, hopefully he's not too hurt after that. And that is 2 drivers into the infield. I'm not sure who exactly it is. It's Mangoes and the Joel Musa. So Mangoes and Joel Musa, but they save it both. I recently saw a picture of Joel Musa, and God, he looks like a man. I would not want to get in a fight with him. He looks very, very, very strong. Remy was sending me a picture of him, and I was like, no way this guy was here. And now Mangoes is ball riding to try to get back in the pack. But it is green. They all saved it, and yeah. I also saw a picture of Matt the other day, and in fact, he's sexy. So now, leading it off is Trainwreck back in the front, but Spectral has been able to catch up very, very quickly. He hasn't been able to get such a big lead. Spec is on the tail, but he is gaining a little bit each lap. 4 100ths in the past lap. Trainwreck did, in fact, take the pit stop, and so did Spec. So both of them are on equal strategy right now since the start of the race. They've been fighting it out, but hopefully Spec is able to catch up and not do anything. So, Matthew is in the VC.
Sorry for resetting AEC. I was just simply trying to refresh everyone.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, just... Okay.
All right. Train in the lead with Spec right behind them. Very 2-3 car gap. Right behind Spec is Bolt with another like 2-3, maybe even 4 car gap.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we have to ask Matthew a question because that's mandatory because he's the owner, I guess. Matthew, you've been running this entire race. Do you picture it to have this many cautions? Do you picture it to be going this slow? It
I
is a
did.
short track
I did not.
circuit. Yeah, I guess we envisioned that maybe we'd get a green stop. I talked about that in the early stages. I was praying on my knees that we'd get a green caution. Bro, I don't even want to say
Green
a
caution?
green flag pit stop, and it doesn't seem like it's been that way so far. Do you see that is going to come at all in the future?
Well, I feel like the more we talk about it, the less it's going to happen as we see Imagine Z go 3 wide, and that's going to cause that guy to spin because you can't go 3 wide out of 2.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
guy.
I guess you make the schemes so you know the drivers, but it's literally been impossible for me to remember some of these drivers' names.
2, IMAX, 4,
they're
Sleecher, 6, Bolt.
Okay,
32,
calm
Coach.
down. I know you got it off the top of your head. I don't. But no need to flex.
Oh,
on the
by the way, Joel Musa. Stop saying Musa. It's Musa. It's Joel Musa.
I've not been saying Musa.
That's what that's
When
what
did I say?
they've been saying.
I know it's Joel Musa. I know his. Okay, whatever. I
Someone told me
apologize
that you
to all
were.
the Joel Musa fans out there for offending. I also said that recently I saw a picture of him and I was scared because Remy said he could beat me up. So
He probably could.
yeah. Well, I am pretty strong. I can bench press 200
Oh yeah,
pounds.
sure, you're a hockey player and all, but
Okay, whatever. Let's get back. It seems like Spec has sort of caught up after a long day at the park trying to battle Trainwreck. This has been a very fun battle to watch. He's been the only driver that's been able to seemingly keep up with him. Sleecher, as we talked about, having a horrible qualifying session, but has really found his pace again with Bolt behind him, but they're starting to break away, and hopefully, I'm not going to even say it, they're starting to spread out a little bit, but there's still small packs that are forming here. Mangoes, who we talked to, is really seeming to come into grips. The driver of Imagine Z is
Imagine Z.
Imagine ZY, or who's in the 9?
Imagine Z. Just Imagine Z.
Who's in the 9?
9 is Mr. Daytona.
Mr. Daytona has just wall ride the entire corner, but whatever.
I'm sure he got yelled
His
at.
his car looks like Lightning McQueen, so we let it go. And
how does that look like Lightning McQueen?
Shulk, after breaking his collarbone and fracturing his left wrist, is sitting up in 5th. So very good for him. With Bolt and Sleesher having a nice battle. He gets past Bolt on the inside, and he's up into the way. For some reason, I always misinterpret Shulk and Sleesher as the same people. I don't know why. Maybe they're just both driving nice yellow cars. But
there is
very
one
pretty
more
liveries on
thing.
display here. Yes, Matt, what's that?
I don't know what's been going on with the lag lately, man. You've been
Yeah.
dealing with vision lag and stuff all race long for the past couple of weeks. I don't get it.
Yeah, I get.
It's-
The
It's
same.
not an issue that we've had in the past, so I don't know.
Yeah, I guess like I don't think I said this. Like I run my own league, and the cars are going slower, obviously, because they're not going as fast as this. But we don't really have that much vision lag when you're driving. And when I'm spectating, usually it's more vision lag.
And a green flag pit stop.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you're right. Who was that coming into pit row?
Mangoes.
That is
Mangoes.
Mangoes.
Oh goodness, we brought him in
Right.
earlier. So
I
thank
will
goodness he's coming
leave.
in. Oh my goodness,
Usually
you're right.
Spinning around in
Joel
turn 4.
Joel Musa. No, I'm just kidding. Joel Musa has flipped, but he's spinning around now. So I think he got out of his car quickly, pushed it off the roof, and got back on. So very impressive feat that has just gone on by Joel Musa over there. Now he is there fighting with the 07. I think that is is it the 28 of Smart Coder actually? Thought it was the 97, but it's actually the 28 of Smart Coder, who are both back there, and they're all coke for green stop, click stop. Holy shit! I am so aroused right now. And at the moment, we are finally getting our first. Oh, there's a caution. There's a
Yellow
caution.
flag here at
Just
Phoenix.
as we thought. Yeah. I honestly don't know what it's for. I guess I don't know what it's for. I'm speechless. Matt just knew. He just knew. Just wanted to piss me off. So we'll have to wait now. I think we should bring a driver in. I would be very keen. Reese, you want to do an interview?
I'll do an interview.
Who would you like to
let's
bring in?
see. I would like to bring in Imagine Z.
Oh no. Okay.
Would Imagine Z like to come up for an interview?
Yeah. We'll have to see. So we got a few that pitted under green. So this is gonna be very interesting to see how all this works out because they pitted under green. Now they're either. Oh my goodness! Train Rush goes flying into the inside wall, straight past the pace car. Oh my. Oh wait, no. Who was that? Wait, what? Was that? Oh, they're getting their lap back. I'm stupid. So, yeah, this is very funny. They're racing it to get their lap backs. So, very funny moment. Imagine Z is gonna be coming in, and Reese will get taken away with it.
All right. All right, Imagine Z. We're up in the booth. You got us?
Yes.
Now, I see you on the track there. You've been having a very good day. You know, you've had Spec got into you a little earlier, but you've climbed back to the top 5, and you've been competing with the dominant cars all day. What is your strategy to beat the almost unbeatable?
Well, I don't see us as a winning car, but I definitely do see us as like a solid top 5 car. So honestly, we don't really need to go home with the win today. As long as we just go home with a solid finish, then I think we should be good.
That's a good spirit to have, but if there is a chance that you do get a win, how do you think you get that here, at least here at Phoenix?
I don't know. It's hard. You just gotta be aggressive when you run up front. There's really no chances that you have to back down from it. I mean, this is a track where it's really wide open most of the time. So you just gotta take chances you can get, and when there's an opportunity I see, then I guess I'll take it.
And have you been taking note from other drivers for racing lines or strategies?
No, I've just been kind of doing my own thing, really. I mean, as long as I just push the pace here, then I think we should be good. But I see us, like I said, as solid top 5 cars, so yeah.
And final question: what is your thoughts on Spec? He's been getting into you a lot. Is that racing?
Oh no, it's not. It's just racing incidents. Nothing
All
big.
right. Well, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Oh. All right. So how many more laps do they have around the track? Probably one, I would assume. With who's in the lead? Mangos is in the lead along with Smart Coder. Remy's lap did not count, so I don't think that's too much of a problem. Here at Phoenix, we got an interesting top 5. Well, not that interesting. Remy has been very dominant all day. He's been in the top 3 most of the time. Mangos has been casually in the top 10. They are going to have a vote to restart the server in a sec here. But if they say no, it is just a one option vote. So let's see. Are they gonna shut down the? No shutdown. Yes.
Okay,
They're gonna
I'm
have
back. I'm
a
back.
democratic.
I see. We have a bit of a. I really don't know what's going on. What the heck? Mm. I don't
Well,
know.
during this very boring part of the race, let's take away some moments that we've seen from today. What has been your favorite moments, Lee, from today's race?
Oh God, my favorite moment was probably after the fact that Remy went around. It was probably when we had Mango in the VC just as the restart started, and we were panicking to get him out. Because he was literally just chilling with us, and we were asking him questions, and I didn't realize it was going green. But besides that, it's got to be when they were like 5 wide. When they were like 25 laps in or something, and it was going all well until Trainwreck took Spec on the inside, and he completely shat himself. So yeah. But it's been a fun race so far. Yeah, it's been a fun race.
Yeah, no, it's been very interesting to watch, even though it's been maybe a little long. Sorry, viewers at home.
They just tallied the responses. So the total responses were 22, and 54 voted yes, and 45% voted no. So we will be shutting down. Yeah, and at this time, it's very hard, obviously, as a viewer with a lot of cautions and stuff. But we have just disconnected for the server, and at this moment, stay tuned. You'll be seeing all the action, if there is any, and we'll be going to commercial break right now.
Hey, where do you think I can buy some cheap clothing?
Try Bob.inc. They have a wide variety of clothing that's very affordable, and they're made from scratch.
They must sell other stuff too, right?
Sure they do. They sell all sorts of motorsport-related things. They can even make you a fire suit.
I have been in the market for a fire suit.
Thanks for the win.
Maybe I should try out Bob.inc.
Bob.inc, the best racing products in the country.
Hello,
welcome
everyone,
you back
and
here.
welcome back to. Oh, sorry, Reese.
No, it's all right. We welcome you back here. We are still getting some bugs fixed with the track. We are on the server, ready to go. Cars should be lined up very shortly. What have you got for us as of currently, Lee?
Yeah, we've just heard in the Discord chat that Smart Coder's parking the car. He says, "I'm just parking it. I've got kids at home." No, I'm just kidding. He said, "I got enough time for this," but I think I'm in the wrong server actually. So yeah, Smart Coder's gonna be parking. That's a big one out of the race. I didn't expect to see him out so early. He was very dedicated here, and as we were talking to the BC prior, interesting story about Smart Coder. In mid 2020, he talked about how he had actually got into NASCAR because of road racing. He said that he was on and off fan, but at the end of the day, he found Jackal Daytona, and he started playing it, and that's really how he got back into the likes of NASCAR. And now he's here. He races Jackal, and he credits Roblox for helping him find NASCAR again, which is very funny. But now he's out of the race, and there's more points to be taken. So it's really going to be down to the top few. I don't feel like there's anyone really else in contention besides Trainwreck, Spectral, Remy, and possibly Sleesher or Bolt. At this point, it's just a matter of time before we see a nice green flag session, because the drivers are starting to drop, and hopefully the green flag stays out longer as this continues. Reese, do you feel like that is a possibility?
Yeah, I have a feeling that those guys obviously have a shot, and I don't think Imagine ZY should be so doubtful with themselves. I think he definitely has a winning car. He's shown a lot of speed, so I think Trainwreck has been very dominant, but it's still anybody's race as of currently.
Yeah, I guess that's where we disagree. I feel like there has been a lot of dominant drivers so far, but you never know at this point. We could get a very weird scenario where there is a green flag caution, a green flag pit stop like we saw last time, and then there's a caution right after that, which really screws up a lot of drivers and sends them around. but so far, it's been very on and off with how this is going out. Remy is going to be leading us off. I'm not sure where Trainwreck is actually right now. I'm not sure where he's gone. If he is even coming into this race, I think he may be. Yeah, I think he. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't tell as of now where Trainwreck is. The leader of this race is nowhere to be seen. This is big news because I just talked about how I feel he's one of the top drivers, if not the only driver I feel that could definitely get the win here. And now if he's gone, it's going to be a whole new playing field between everyone. I can't get the spectate menu open, which is weird. Only showing me Kyle Busch.
Trainwreck
Doesn't
is
show.
currently in the pits behind the wall. He looks like he's probably away from his keyboard. That's my guess.
Yeah. If he's even in the server, that would be no, he is in the server. Not sure what they're doing. I think they're just parking it on the backstretch right now. Yeah, as they wait. So I guess we are not going off just yet. So, we've still got 75 laps down and a nice grand total of 60 laps left. No, I'm actually dumb. Of 75 laps. Am I okay? 80 laps? 80 laps to go. So we're not even halfway through. My maths, I swear I'm good at math. But so far, we're just waiting down there on the backstretch. The backstretch? Is there even a backstretch on this track? I guess there is.
Yes, there is.
So I guess there is this as a backstretch. Yeah, Remy naked jumping around the cars. They're waiting for Trainwreck, it seems. And honestly, it's just been a long, long wait. We just did an interview, driver, but as of now, should we go over predictions for the top 5?
Top 5? Well, let's see. I say at the end of the day, I think Trainwreck brings it home. He's been up front most of the day. Remy has sure been taking the lead sometimes, but not as much as Trainwreck and not as frequent as he does. So I definitely think he gets the first place spot. Remy gets the second spot. I think Spec gets third. And it's really anybody's game for fourth and fifth.
Yeah, it's a fight there between Sleesher, Bolt, and Shulk, probably.
Yeah, I would say maybe Sleesher, Bolt, or Imagine Z probably make the top 5.
Okay, so I'm gonna go pretty out the limb. I'm gonna start with 5th. I'm gonna go with Sleesher for 5th. I feel like right now he's driving a pretty solid race, but he's been kind of unlucky. His pit stops I haven't felt like have been the best, and that's why I'm putting him at 5th. Up into 4th, I'm gonna go with the driver of Bolt. I feel like Bolt has been driving very composed so far. Yeah, in my mind it was a battle between Bolt and Doge the Dev. I'm just not sure if Doge the Dev is actually even here right now. But if he is, that would be definitely something to look out for. Oh, I have the spectate menu back, which is great. So I'll be able to track who's who more quickly now. But yeah, Doge the Dev, I don't think he's here. So that is going to be obviously Bolt in P4. Then in P3, I'm going to go for a pretty big limb. I'm going to say that the driver of Mangoes is going to get it. I feel like his speed has been there, and overall, I feel like it's going to click for him. And I feel like in P2 is going to be the driver of Trainwrecks, and then Remy, I think, is going to take the win. I feel like Spectral's going to lose out. He's going to be stuck in the back via incident. And yeah, that's my top 5.
There goes Trainwreck to take his spot. He is back on track. Back with Dodge, who is in his car as of currently, or Doge.
Yeah. So we've gone back to the normal spectate system. Or no, we have both now, but I finally get to access it. So, Joel Musa in the back, last year's winner. I can tell you racing against him is definitely something interesting. You know, I came in, my first race was at Daytona. It was last season's race. It was a great race, actually. Lots of action. It went green almost the entire race, besides one caution at the end that basically bunched and restarted the entire field. And he led it almost from start to finish, lights out. It was amazing to watch him and how he does it. And his car's got to be one of the nicest cars that I've seen. If we could take a look at that, if they're going green this time, we won't. But they are going green this time. So we'll watch on board with that man, Commander Remy, as he leads us off Behind him is Mangoes. Behind them is Trainwrecks. Now, it looks like Remy goes way on the outside. He's going to slide up a little bit, and Trainwreck's going to take that lead from him. And now Spec comes, is going 3 wide, almost 4 wide. It looks for a second, but no, Spec's going to take the inside. He hits off the wall. That's a bit illegal, but it doesn't matter. Remy loses 3 spaces in the span of 1 turn now. He's going to come up on the outside. It looks like Mango's going to block him off. They're going to go 3 wide out of turn 3 here, and Remy's going to get a great line. I think maybe Mango's might take a peek on the restart on the exit of that corner, sorry. But nope, it's down back. Remy loses 1 position after lap 1. He's going to take a look down on Mango's. Mango's is trying to go for the switchback, and it does not work. Remy catches him off guard. Spectral now trying to get it done, but he can't. Obviously, a great move there by Remy to counteract the switchback that Spectral tried to do. That was obvious. That was honestly a great move. I don't think anyone would appreciate that if you couldn't see it in live time. And Remy now having much more speed on the exit here and is able to fight off the sweeping Spectral down the inside. But great racing we're seeing in the front view. I'm just honestly, that was a great move by Remy. I don't think anyone appreciated that. But we'll have to hopefully. I don't think we could have replays here, but that was just a beautiful move right there that he did. If we go in a little depth there, Remy now started to take a big lead up in the back there with Spec. It looks like the good old buddy father and son duo, Trainwreck and Spec. I'd say more of an abusive father and son duo, where Spec being the abusive father, hitting Trainwreck quite a bit. I don't know if I should really say that, but whatever. Hopefully it doesn't bring back any trauma. But yeah, Spec now coming back up to Remy. Remy lost a lot of time on that last lap. Almost 4/10 it was, so not very good. And now he's going up to the wall again. I think he's probably having V-lag or something's going on that he's going to be complaining about. Trainwreck down the inside of Spec. It looks like he's going to get the move done. Now into turn 2 and 3. Spec is riding the wall for some reason at the dog leg. He's going to look to probably try to make a move down here. He's going to hit the bumper a little bit. Is that enough to send Trainwreck up into the outside? It looks like it's not. Trainwreck has a great line through there to block him off and gets a great exit. But now Spec has a little bit of a run. It's not really forming. And a huge crash in the back. A huge crash in the back between that car. I think it was not IMBZX. It is the driver in the 9. That is the driver of Mr. Daytona. And I think that is Diamond Beast, who also got involved in that. So Mr. Daytona, number 9, has literally, they spun like a helicopter out of there. I thought they were going to go up and at him, but that it's towards the dev, who is actually here. I didn't realize he was. But yeah, huge. There's someone in the way back as well. And now I think that's Sleesher on the inside who spun around. He's literally been spinning. I think they might call a caution here. I'm not sure. Matt's waiting over there. Sleesher's
one car in the back. He's not causing too much problems. So
yeah, I think Sleesher is something's gone wrong with him. He's doing donuts in the infield right now. But as we watch back on the front, we could see them coming around. Remy still has the lead, and if we look, we'll see that they're going to be coming around soon now. Oh, so Sleesher has DSQ. That is not good. So he's out. His car is not doing too much. I think Matt's trying to keep it green, and he's going to try to take the car out. He's waiting for the last few to come. So back onto the front view as it stands. Remy still has a big lead. Spec and Trainwreck doing what they do best, fighting and giving Remy more time. Remy has almost pulled a 1 second gap. I think he has right now as Spec and Trainwreck are hitting each other like we talked about that father-son duo right there. And in the back is Imagine Z. As you said, Reese, he's doing decent right now, and Mango's my boy, who I think is going to be 3rd, is sitting there doing pretty decently. But Sleesher has fallen back a lot, and Bolt as well has really fallen back after that. I think he got caught up in the red car incident with Mr. Daytona. Mr. Daytona has been on the blunt end of a lot of these crashes, and he hasn't been black flagged, but, you know, he's been driving all right, so we leave it at that. Whew. Reese, any things you've been noticing so far?
It's been pretty calm as of recently, so nothing too bad. I just, Sleesher disconnected. I saw him just hit the 97. Thank God the 97 didn't wreck from that. But other than that, nothing too much to see, other than the 24 just having a really fast car.
Yeah. Remy has put that 1.2 seconds above everyone else. And here's the thing: this is not like before. We've got a much smaller field, almost an entirety of 5 cars than the last time Remy pulled this lead, and we have lost a total of 8 drivers. And yeah, I think Green is going to stay out for a while. We saw Sleesher go up and Adam and DSQ, and then we also saw Mr. Daytona just completely turn his and Bolt's car into a helicopter after hitting themselves into the backstretch. So really not good. There's a car, that is the base car, stuck on the pit road. But so far, it's starting to spread out a bit more. We're getting a little more line drive. But your boy, Imagine Z, has been able to keep up with Trainwreck, and now he's actually looking to fight these top few guys. So I got to give it to you. I doubted him. You've stuck with him, and he's looking to do really good so far.
Yeah, he's doing very good.
What do you?
I think. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna ask, what do you see in him that you noticed the ability to that was gonna put him up in that? What did you rank him? 4th, 5th, I think.
Yeah, I ranked him 4th.
Yeah.
And reason is he a lot of young guys have, they've been in the front for a little bit, but then they begin to fade back. Imagine he's just been there. He's been in the top 5 almost all day, and if he's not in the top 5, he's 6th, he's 7th. But he's just right behind those guys. He knows how to race them. But sometimes, he's a little bangy right now with the 33 fade and paint, which is understandable. But like he's been very clean, been very respectable towards his other opponents. I just think that's where he sticks out from other young guns.
Spec, definitely, as you can see, is just like, I don't even know, I swear. It's just a monster that's just driving behind this keyboard, just probably grueling all over it, like, just banging into drivers. I don't even know, like, what's going on. He just loves to, like, hit the back of drivers. But, he is so fast and he gets it done. So there's nothing you can say against him, because at the end of the day, he is where he is, and the other drivers are where they are. So, good work from him, and that livery is obviously very fresh. You gotta give it to him. Even though I'm sure Matt probably made that is a beautiful, beautiful paint scheme. Sorry, paint scheme. But yeah, so now Trainwreck is on the mission to try to catch Remy up. We see have the back marker there. Is that Shulk or is that Sleesher? It is in fact Sleesher. So Sleesher is a back marker. He is not behind, but he's seeming to get lapped pretty soon there. And Trainwreck continues to lose time. Remy, the boy who I predicted to win, is now in front. And I really do feel like this is going to be green the rest of the race. I just don't see a caution happening right now. The field is so spread out. The only issue is that Spectral and Imagine Z are fighting. And, we've had a few incidents with Spectral. But, yeah, besides that, literally in the chat, he says, my bad 33. So we obviously gave him a little tap there. But, yeah, everyone's very close. In the front, they're starting to gain up a little bit. That is X-Doge the Dev, who is in 4th right now. And, my pace is... I definitely see something in him. I thought he had actually left, so I didn't rank him, but I was counting on him for 4th. But we'll have to see how he was able to catch up to this pack, possibly. They're starting to fight a little bit. Trainwreck actually seems to be falling back a little bit to this Spectral Imagine Z pack, even though they're going too wide. At the back there, Stolk is sitting with Mango. I thought Mango would do a little bit better, but no, he's fallen back. And right now, Reese, do you think this is going to go green the rest of the time?
I think it should go majority, but, once it gets maybe to 20 laps to go, I think we're probably going to start and see some people get very eager and cause some wrecks.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, if it spreads out so much, there's just no need, and they're probably not going to have anything. I think there gets to a certain point. We have 65 laps to go after this lap that Remy will bring us to. Yeah, wait, what is this? I think Remy's gone into the pits. Or Remy's DSQ'd or something. No. I don't know. Remy's laps aren't counting. But he's definitely in the lead.
Remy is in the lead. I just think that's a ticker issue.
Yeah, that is a ticker issue. And I think he's trying to type and something's going on, but he's losing a little bit of time. He's probably panicking just a little bit about this. They'll probably have to reset the laps after everyone comes back around on the line. So, yeah, very interesting right now. Also very interesting is just how close Spec and Imagine ZY are able to stay with each other, and they're now pulling Trainwreck back into their black hole of good racing here, and Trainwreck definitely does not want to get sucked back into this. He wants to keep this position. Right now, it's 8 tenths between both of them. and Remy's laps are still not fixed, but we don't know how long it is. Remy as out of the race for 3 laps. That is why he leads. What? Remy as out of the race for 3 laps is why he leads. So we'll have to see and wait. Maybe penalty? I doubt it. But yeah. So Sleesher is also back here. He's just been lapped by Remy now, and he'll be soon lapped. The thing is he's not actually the slowest car out there. He just had that huge issue, and now it is fixed. There we go. 2.2 seconds. Holy jeez. And the gap is closing even more. 6 tenths, 2 tenths in the last lap. I think Trainwreck is struggling with something. It may be tires, but I doubt it because we restarted the server and everyone's been on the same tires. When did we restart the server? Lap 75 was it? Yeah,
Yes,
it was
I believe so.
lap 75. We've been out on these tires for a total of 17 laps. When do you think these guys are going to come in for a pit?
Let's see, lap 75. They like to pit really early, so I'd say maybe within the next 5 laps we see everybody go to pit row.
Yeah. Remy is continuing to improve this gap. Remy seems to be really, really strong on old tires, and this could benefit him because he could possibly only have to do 2 or 3 stops here, while the other guys might have to make 4 or possibly not 5, maybe 3 or 4 is the max. I'd say Remy could probably do a 2-stopper to the end of this if he really wanted to, saving and all. Because at the end of the day, a green flag stop, if this goes green all the time, that's probably what he's thinking right now, as Spec is catching up crazy to Trainwrecks. I think Remy is on a good spot. And it's really funny because Sleesher's actually caught back up to Remy now.
Yeah,
And
this
is not what Remy wants, is a lapped car, and it is losing time to him. He's lost 5/100ths last lap, and he's already lost around 3/10ths in this one lap by having to go on the outside. So, yeah, Remy is letting him by because he has fresher tires, obviously, and he's just getting back in the groove. But yeah, this is good for Remy. He's able to have clean air now just with the line to follow in front. It's always great to follow in front of a car. So yeah, but we'll see the gap now. Remy has over Trainwrecks. Remy comes across the line, and Trainwrecks now has a 2.5. So actually he gained. It was really funny. Trainwrecks went really wide there, trying to defend off the likes of Spectral. But Spectral now coming down the inside of Trainwrecks, but he's not able to get it done. He gets past him with ease. Jeez, that was a great move there. And yeah, overall, just fun racing that we're going on right now. But these two battling is not helping them because they know where they need to be. I don't know if they're battling for second, if they've already given up on first, because right now there really is not too many people close to each other at the moment. It's just like small packs of 2. We see Shulk and Joel Musa. Musa are together. We see that the likes of Mr. Daytona and the 97 of Diamond Beast Law are together. They're struggling at the back. Then we have no one else. There's only 3 packs, and that's really it. Of 2 cars, there's no 3 cars. Imagine ZX is trailing a little bit. It looks like Doge is catching up to him a little bit, but it's starting to dwindle down a little bit the closing stages of this race, even though it's not really. I feel like it's going to start getting interesting after the pit cycle, as Remy has 2.7 on the gap now. It was 2.5 just 1 lap ago. So, yeah. Jeez.
It's a big lead.
Yeah, it is a big lead. And it just goes to show. Also, Remy is not losing that much time to Sleesher, which is a good point of showing of Sleesher has, I think, 10 lap fresher tires, and Remy is just putting in insane times right now. If we go. So, now, we have the lead of Remy and the lead of Trainwreck. We think it's going to go green all the time, but it started to go a bit nice. The drivers, their perspective, we're going to be going into that with AEC Sports all-out coverage, so you can see just what they are doing as of now.
Welcome back to
And-
AEC Sports, where it is 54 to go here at Phoenix, with Remy still in the race lead, and things seem to be slowing down. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry there, Reese. I had my mic muted, and I did not realize that until you you probably realized that I wasn't talking. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. But yeah, it seems like there's a bunch of lag right now with the server. I was spectating Shulk, and he was slowing down, but it's not. It's just server lag, and it seems like they're complaining on that. It's I think it was a possible intruder of the race. They seem to ban someone recently. This could possibly be a case of a hacker that has joined and just caused a lag ticker, because this is abruptly slow, something like I've never seen before, and this is horrible for Remy. Remy is probably very upset right now because not only
6-second lead.
not only are they going so slow, but he has worked, yeah, like you just said, 6-second lead that is going to be cut down to nothing. They're all going to probably have to reset the server. That will reset their tires, reset everything, and he's just lost it all. None of these drivers have pit yet. I guess he has gotten used to it, but it's just crazy what we are witnessing right now. Like, I don't even have an answer for it. It looks like we're driving in slow motion. It looks like I don't know, maybe the drivers aren't experiencing anything, but they have to be, right? Like there's definitely something going on. I don't know what's going on. But until we figure that out, jeez, I honestly don't say. Could we maybe bring Matt in here? Does he have any answers for us?
Yeah, would Matt like to explain what?
I feel like maybe we could have Matt come here. That would be helpful. So, at the end of the day, as of now, I think we're just trying to wait for news in the chat. I'm not sure. Wait, I just realized something. It's not lag. It is not, in fact, lag. The drivers are just stuck at a certain speed. So, it's not lag. It's they're stuck at one speed. I'm not sure. The drivers are saying that they're at 140, and they're saying to restart the server. I don't know if they're. I really can't tell if it's lag, or because I thought it was lag and I thought it was not. This is just absurd what is going on this race. We honestly should just race real cars at this time. I'm sure there's no VLAG or Synapse hackers there, but obviously that's a lot more expensive. And Bob.inc Racing Association doesn't have that, so yeah. We'll get underway. We'll get underway. There is a wreck at the back. What the heck?
How's your wreck? You're moving
Train
like...
wreck. Musa. How is Musa caught up? Yellow has now been called. At the end of the day, Yellow is probably what we needed in a restart to have us helping go on. So this is very funny. Very funny. Ooh, Zooey Mama. Zooey Mama. Reese, I'd like for us. How are you feeling after this, and what are your thoughts? Have they called it red?
Well, Remy is very mad. If I was Remy, I'd be very mad. You know, everything's going your way, then bam, hacker gets in the server, ruins your speed. You're running snail pace. You have a 6-second lead, and a yellow comes out. Not because of anything the field did, but because just someone just decided to come in and just, you know, screw around, and that's the reason why you could possibly lose this race. I would not be happy if I were him.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like, it's so unfortunate. At the end of the day, you just have to feel for him, because he's worked that entire time, and he's the faster driver. But also he can just go and do that and prove that once again. He's probably not going to want to do it, but that's just the sad reality, and that's what he's going to have to do. So we'll just we'll see how it goes. But this is a good opportunity for some of the other drivers to get back in it, reset the car, reset the tires, reset everything. Basically just starting over like it's an entirely new race, really, which is just perfect for some of these drivers. who have just been feeling out of it and then feeling like it hasn't been going their way. And I don't know how many laps we have left. I would assume maybe 50, no, sorry, maybe like 40-ish laps left. And you know, it's probably going to be green the whole time. It'll go by quick. We'll be done in 20 minutes, hopefully. I'll probably eat my words again. Not 20 minutes, 20-ish minutes. And me and Joel Musa are in the wrong server. Me and Joel, but yeah, this will just be a great opportunity to see where some of the other drivers are able to refit themselves, reshuffle themselves in the order, and compose themselves back again. Because we talked about it earlier with one of the team bosses, who I think it was actually Doge Dev, whatever his name is, Doge the Dev.
The dev.
Doge the Dev. I know, I have a yikesy. I have a yikesy stutter sometimes. Doge the Dev talked about how missing one race in this league is just really hard, and we see drivers kind of dropping. We still have 13 here. At the end of the day, it is a good showing. A lot of drivers fighting for this. And Sleesher's still at it. Sleesher's been the most unlucky driver of the day. Would you like to bring him in here for an interview? I would love to talk to him right now. Sleesher, I think we should bring him in for an interview. You know, Reese.
That would be a good idea. I think we should
Yeah.
bring him in too.
He's been at the front. He's been at the back. He's been upside down. He's been in the hospital. And yeah, it's been
He's
just
been everywhere.
yeah. He's been everywhere. He's been here. He's been there. He's been everywhere. So yeah, yeah. So sadly, Sleesher said no. He's probably pretty unhappy. Yeah, let's interview Remy. I'm sure Remy will want to come in. He just sent me a friend request, even though I declined it. But yeah. So yeah, Remy. Will yeah. It's Remy. You're so bad. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah, your mic's Remy. You gotta add your mic up. You know we got a lot. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's a bit low, but I think I can hear you if I really plug my earphones. It's the stream. I'm not controlling the stream, but yeah. Okay. Your dominance. You've been really dominant, honestly, through this race. Like, how have you been so dominant? Because at the end, is you think you're just getting back in the groove since you've come back? Is it your first time back in these cars in a while, or?
I'm just better than everybody else.
I know you are.
Yeah, I know I am too.
Yeah, I know you are. But shove it down your throat and choke yourself. Yeah, that would be good. I want to hear you breathe. So basically, who are you scared of right now that's going to take you out? You're probably going to win this race, but who do you think's yeah, the server. So what talk us through what happened there at the end. Was it lag or was it someone limited the field?
It was server lag, and the server was like really bad. We were all in slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you basically couldn't turn at all, so.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked just like you were in slow motion for us. It was kind of boring. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, and here it was kind of like watching. They just had in the track and field nationals. They have race walking. It's kind of like watching that. It's really boring, and I just have no clue what is going on, and like, it just makes no sense. So, you might as well have been driving Honda Civics around Phoenix.
Golf carts.
Yeah, like honestly. So, we should change the title of the stream to AEC Sports Subway Fresh Fit 200 Honda Civic Edition. Like, but we're fine now. Yeah.
Yes. You should bet on me because I'm gonna win.
I actually did have you winning this race when we did our top 5.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Good. I'm 100% gonna win, bro. I don't care what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get him out of here. I don't want to talk to him anymore. I'm just kidding.
No, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Okay. Get out of here. Okay, so that was Remy. Very interesting. He knows he's good. We know he's good. He thinks he's gonna win. I kind of hope he doesn't now because he's so cocky. But hopefully it's a good race. I feel like they may shorten down the laps, so we get a bit of more of a sprint finish. Or else Remy's probably gonna run away with this one because he's feeling really confident in these cars, like we talked about before. He came back after a long time and finished. He got back in. He was dominant before, and he's dominant now. It took him a few laps to get into it. The strategy's paid out for him. And I guess no green flag pit stops, which is kind of unfortunate because that was probably going to be the make or break of the race. So yeah.
That was probably the closest we would have gotten to a green flag pit stop if the lag didn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, we did actually get a few earlier in the race, but then there was a caution right after, so I don't think it actually. I think it'd be
No fun ones. There's been no fun ones. That's kind of unfortunate today.
But then there was a caution right after. A fun one? What do you mean?
Like a fun pit stop. You know, they've all been under caution, I think. There's been no decent green flag pit stops.
Yes. I mean, I guess I never heard that term. So we continue to just wait as Matt is probably sorting something out, trying to see if there's something going on in the Discord, if there's just been issues, but I think we're just waiting for drivers to get back in at this point. But yeah, the field has shortened down even more. I think we're almost down. I think 1 or 2 have left. Maybe we're down to 12, 11. But yeah, I think we're just waiting for drivers to get back in at this point. Spec. I talked about how the field can be bunched up. Which guys from the back do you think now that the field's been really reset can make a push to the top? 12, 11.
Well, I think Doge has definitely been very good towards the front. I think he could probably make a couple moves, get into position. But other than that, Remy has just been unstoppable.
Yeah. Well, I meant like, that have been in the back, because there's been quite a few drivers, like obviously, who were like 30, 40 seconds back after that issue, technical difficulty. So, like, what drivers do you feel are going to really get back in this race with this server reset?
Musa, I feel Musa would be good because he's been in the back a lot, but he's also shown some strength up front, and I think he's in the back as of currently, so I think he could definitely, we could see him as one of the drivers to get to the top.
Yeah, definitely. He is last season's champ, and he was looking good at the end. He started to get up there, but right now he sits. No, I think actually it's just pretty close. Where is he? In fact, he's just off the back. I think he's just off the back. Yeah, or maybe he's getting back up to spot. We'll see now because he's just joined the server. We'll see where he'll slot in. I think just in front of.
Fourth to last. Fifth.
Just behind Bolt. He's giving Bolt a left tap. We'll see if they go green this time. The driver, obviously, to lead us off, is the Commander Remy. Behind him is the driver of Spectral. Let's see if any little entanglements happen now. This is a very important restart for Remy to not get caught up with these drivers. Remy is away, but now he has Spec on his tail, and he has Trainwreck down the inside. Is Trainwreck going to try and make a move? He does not. Spec and Trainwreck go side by side, but then
4 wide for 4th.
Yeah, it is. Jeez, that was bigger than that there. Spec basically going under the yellow lines and getting a great exit there. Not sure if that's legal, but I just realized the yellow dog lick thing, blah blah blah, is there, and Imagine ZY is up into the thing. I feel like my parents are gonna come in any second and tell me to shut up because it is really late. But yeah, Trainwreck now leading this race as it seems. Remy trying to poke his nose down there. Remy giving Trainwreck a big boost. Spectral going into the wall. Take both of them out. Spectral
33 into the wall. A little bit.
Yeah, Spectral almost losing himself there. You lose yourself in the moment, the movement. You want to never let it go. You only get one shot, and Spectral does not miss his chance to go. This opportunity only comes once in a lifetime, and now he's in first. So I don't know how I just did that, but yeah. So Trainwreck now passes Spectral as he gets triple passed by Trainwreck, Imagine ZY, and Remy. Yeah.
They makes contact with Remy a bit.
Yeah. But look at it. Spectral trying to turn Remy. Remy's having none of it. And Spectral is going to now dive down the inside of Remy. Remy's going to look for the cutback, and only he's going to get it. And there's a yellow.
And there's a yellow for...
I don't know who it is. I think it may be Joel Musa.
Joel is in the pits.
Joel's in the pits. I think maybe... Did he get sent to the pits? Is he pitting? I don't know what's going on. Oh, wait. I think it was... Who was that? Who was stuck behind? It is Doge the Dev. I think Joel Musa and Doge got stuck into that sort of issue. So yeah, that is very, very, very unfortunate for Doge the Dev. He was looking very, very confident in the early few stages. He was fighting with the leaders, and now he's fighting with the back markers. He's also spinning out Oh my goodness, that's horrible. It's like a concussion and a half right there.
Trainwreck jumped out of his vehicle. That
Yeah,
that's gotta hurt.
Doge Dev is riding backwards right now. Let's catch a glimpse of this. Oh my goodness, what the heck? He's literally just riding backwards. I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't know what's going on. What the heck is he doing? Oh no, he's coming onto the field! And there's a... Oh my goodness! That is Bolt and... Is that Musa? No, Musa's on top of his car. Someone's on top of Musa's car. Holy sh... Oh my goodness. Mango, there's a driver on the track. There is a... No, that is Bolt. Bolt jumped out of his car and Musa was giving him a ride home. Very nice by Musa to do that. But now, yeah, he's going all along. So,
Was that a fight?
No, I don't think it was a fight. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think... I really don't. I hope not. You can't really fight in Roblox. This is not like... This is like, who do they think they are? Logan Paul? I don't know. So a few cars coming in now to the pit lane. It is the 9, the 4 of Sleesher, the 09 of Scorch, and at the back there is Doge Dev. Where?
See who makes it off his pit stop.
Yeah, and Mango as well coming in. So a few drivers, and out at the front, it's Mr. Daytona in the 9. Yeah, I keep on forgetting him. Matt in the pit lane. That is very interesting. Remy does lose his lead. Matt said some very... I think Matt said that he hates orphans, but it got cut out. So, you know, that is horrible stuff by Matt. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. But, you know, we can make up whatever we want when it blurs it out. But
yeah, we're the media.
Yeah, we're the media. So, yeah. Trainwreck now leading us off. Remy, maybe the arrogance is getting to him. I'm just kidding. And yeah, he hopefully will probably try to get a good restart on Trainwreck. The one thing you don't want to do on the restart is bump the driver because that gives him a huge lead. But it can be beneficial as well because they can probably have to take a different braking point into turn 1. Trainwreck now is not going into the pit lane. I'm so confused what is going on. I really don't know what is going on.
38 pulls a fake.
He pulls a fake. He lagged into the pit lane and then he comes out. Holy shit! What a fake he just pulled on everyone.
That might have been the best move I've ever seen in row racing. Period.
Yeah.
That was
honestly.
that was some real skill right
It was half. He had a half in the pit. So yeah.
The 9 is also pitting again.
I'm confused why these guys are pitting again when they just pit once. You just lost everything. If you just pit and you pit again, then you just lose everything. Remy now in the front. Remy hasn't pit once. Trainwreck moving back into the first position. Yeah, let's see how this goes. In fact, on the restart, both these drivers having slow tires, and I'm pretty sure Sleesher did pit, and he's into 4th now, so maybe this is a little bit beneficial. I don't think they've pit since the restart. It's been a total of 5 laps, I think. How many laps has it been since the restart? Since we reset the server?
Well, what, 10?
Yeah, I think it was 5 or 10. I'm not sure. But yeah, we are over the hundreds definitely. I think it's been 5 laps. So yeah, I guess they don't really need to change it up too much. Now, Remy, Trainwreck has gone to the back. Oh yeah, because Trainwreck. I am so confused what's going on. Train goes to the front. Now he's in the back. Musa behind Remy. Musa did not pit. Matt comes in. Remy will lead us off. He's got Musa behind us. Who would have thought this would be up? Spec and Trainwreck are both in the back. Remy doesn't really have any of his top fighters. Remy into the restart zone. He goes. He gets a very nice exit. Trainwreck gets a bump. I mean, Joel Musa gets a bump from Sleesher and now goes really deep. He has to brake really early, and that stops the driver of Scorch and gets sent up. Now Remy is really just pushing forward. You can see how early Remy is able to get onto the power and just create a gap really quickly. Mango passing through the grass, sending Trainwreck on the inside. Trainwreck sends all of them a huge gamble between all the drivers. Just a huge wreck. Simultaneously they spin, and that is Spec in the back.
Spec, goes to Dev.
Oh my goodness, that was horrible. And now that's Mr. Daytona also getting a little bit loosey-goosey, and that's a yellow, even though they all kept it upright.
Weird call by race control, but all right.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes indeed.
And they're still wrecking.
Yeah, they're still wrecking. Now we go to under yellow once again. Hopefully no one comes in. But this would be a horrible time. Useless spins. Useless spins. I imagine ZY under the caution. I think we're going into red flag or some sort. But yeah. This
Should
is
we
very...
get Trainwreck up in here in the booth?
I doubt he'll want to come. I gotta be honest. I don't think
Him
he'll...
or Mr. Daytona, or I don't know. I need somebody up here, or I would like to talk to somebody up here, because this is a very interesting race. I'd like to hear their take on it as of currently right now. Let's see if we can get anybody up here.
I don't think anyone wants to come in. They're all just want to get the race over with. We got a total of 43 laps left, and at the end of the day, it's quite funny to think that we would have not have actually stopped and gone a little bit less, because it's been a long day, as we talked about earlier. If you were here with us, I did not expect there to be this many yellows. He really did.
I would take Scorched. I'll take Scorched if he can come up here.
Okay, we can interview Scorched, I guess. You can go interview Scorched.
Yes. Let's get him up. So, what do you think will unfold here as it currently go,
Actually, I have... Trainwreck says he does not want to come. Okay, funny. Yeah. He doesn't care. So he is coming or he's not coming? Oh. What? I don't know. What? I don't know. I guess there's a bit of confusion in the booth. But I'm sorry, I just spaced out there for a second. I gotta be honest. It's 10:21. I'm getting tired. Sleep deprived. I was up until 12 last night. Yeah, it's a rough day. I haven't taken my drugs yet. I was supposed to go smoke with the boys the other day. I'm just kidding. I don't smoke. Don't smoke, kids. We're just waiting as Trainwreck is in the pits right now. Is he in the pit? Is Trainwreck out of the race?
No, he's not out on the. Let me see. He is very
he's
far
coming back.
behind.
He just pit.
He's on the dog leg.
Yeah, he is. He's coming back now. I think he's all the way in the back. So yeah, he'll be definitely struggling out of this few corners here.
Looks like we're going green here.
Dev. Oh my goodness, could he possibly get a great jump? Nope. Dev has to stop. I'm pretty sure Kyle Busch was it. Oh my goodness, huge restart. Trainwreck tries
wide.
To push it down. 4 wide. They're coming in. Is it 2, 3? Now they keep it all clean. Now on the exit. Now it's 4 wide. Sleesher goes up into Mango. Mango goes down to the Bolt into Trainwreck. Trainwreck down to Doge. Oh my goodness. Now I'm starting to be more familiar with drivers. And they're inside in there. Gets spun. Is it Sleesher's able to keep it clean? Trainwreck now bouncing back off.
Oh, 38 around.
But he's able
to
but he saved
keep
it. Oh my goodness. What is going on?
Wow, what a save.
They all coming into each other. Now Sleesher sends Mango up.
Mango
and
up around.
That was a horrible.
He's gonna go backwards.
Mango's going backwards now around the track. Is he gonna be able to turn it? What is going on, bro? He's literally going faster backwards. He tries to turn it around. Does he successfully do it? He successfully does it. Oh my goodness. Send him to the Olympics, baby. He's gonna win gold. Now, Trainwreck up in and at him with Mr. Daytona and Sleesher. They're going 3 wide on the dog leg right now. That's not really a good place to do it. Now coming into turn 3. Looks like Sleesher drops back a little bit. I don't know why I'm commentating this pack, but it's just so interesting. Bolt and Sleesher going 3 wide, 4 wide, the exit of 3. Mr. Daytona gets shoved all the way to the outside, and he will have to take his place. Trainwreck all the way on the outside in this 4-pack, not where he wants to be. They're going 3 wide into 1, which is a horrible idea. I don't know why they're doing this. Trainwreck sends it huge. He's not able to get it done as Bolt stays on the inside. They're seeming to keep it pretty composed. Remy is starting to get back his lead now, and Spectral has to fight off Musa down there. So very, very interesting stuff. And it's looking to be a great pack down for 4th as it stands. Scorch is there with Imagine ZY Dude and also Doge the Dev. which are both some great drivers, and we talked. They were drivers in the back who were able to get themselves back in position, which
Sorry,
is
don't mean to interrupt you here, but there is some drama between Mango and Trainwreck in the chat, as Trainwreck said that it is your fault that you messed up my first pit, and that that wouldn't have been a problem if Mango, I guess, didn't screw up Trainwreck's pit. So it seems to be some tempers here between Trainwreck and Mango. Very interesting. Mango doesn't seem to be taking it too well. I wouldn't either. That was a very dirty move by Trainwreck. So it seems intentional. So I don't know.
Oh my goodness! Sorry to interrupt you for interrupting me, for interrupting you. But Bolt tried to send it down the inside of Trainwreck, ended up clipping Sleesher while he fired past. But Trainwreck is obviously very upset right now because he has been compromised completely by this backpack, and who was once seeming to be winning this race, Remy, now has a 3-second gap over him. Sorry, 3.7 gap over Trainwreck, which is honestly crazy to think about it, because this is the only man who we feel can fight this field. Maybe Spec can get anywhere close, but right now, Remy is literally running off. He is running off of this race. So, they changed it down to 125. Oh my goodness. They changed it down to 125. 6 more laps we have. I think this
Trainwreck doesn't seem to be happy with the shortening. He's saying 155.
Yeah,
so
he's definitely
bad.
unhappy. I think he wants more race, because now he has nothing to do beside from just wait and hope that there will be some sort of caution that comes out with 6 laps left. There could be, but they're starting to spread out, and Spec is starting to make it past Musa. But Musa is actually fighting back because Spec has a horrible exit there. For some reason, he's just riding the wall. And now there's a big fight here for P2 of this race. 5 laps left. Spec trying to go on the outside. Musa kissing his rear. And honestly, Spec hitting the wall like he has done a million times. And for some reason, I just realized on Spec's car, he has the weather channel 3 times in the back. Maybe that's some sort of luck thing. I don't know. But yeah. Remy's just run off with this race 3-6. There's nothing that he can really do besides hope that there's not a caution, honestly. And Spec and Musa, again, too wide. So, at the end of the day, I just might need to see a replay on that. Wow, that was a great move that he just did there. Spec had to back out, but that was just insane. That was great racing there by the two. Musa finally coming into the bit. Spec pushing him up the track, but Musa putting his car directly where he needs to, blocking Spec off. And now these two are starting to get caught up, and Imagine ZY is starting to get into the mix here a little bit. So great stuff here. Bringing this pack back together. Single file, honestly. This is beautiful. They gotta get some shots of this single file racing. They're all in one line. Poor Bolt goes sent. No, that's Scorch gets sent all the way up, and now he'll be out. Spectral has got to get some sort of warning for tapping the wall like a billion times. He goes in the grass, tries to pass in the grass, like you said, Reese. It doesn't get it done. He tries to dive down the inside. It's not going to be enough. Not going to be enough. Is Musa going to be able to come down and have room? I think he will. Now he's going to get on the power. And no, oh my goodness, he just blocked. He's brake check Spec. What a move that was, defending there. 3 laps left. Remy is like Remy is miles away now. But now the issue is that Musa hasn't really been in the front. He hasn't really had to defend the likes of Spec. And look at this, is what I'm talking about. They're fighting back and forth here. And this is just not what Musa wants. Because Spec, we know how aggressive he is, and he gets turned into the wall. He pushed his luck too hard. He couldn't do anything there. Musa was all the way on the outside. And Spec was just running him out of room. So, wow. Wow. So, honestly...
2 to go. You're at Phoenix.
But wait, look at Imagine Z. He's in second. Musa has just been compromised completely by this. And look at this dive bomb by Spec. He just punted Musa into the wall. Trainwreck's back here. They've got to kick Spec out. That was this is dangerous racing right now by Spectral. He's just taken Musa out. He's punted him into the wall. Now, that is Trainwreck's...
32!
No,
into the wall!
They save it. That was so close. I bet you Remy was probably pissing himself right there, if you could see that, because he does not want a caution right now. He really doesn't. Scorch goes on the inside. Spectral struggling now. I think
White flag, 1 to go.
my lineup is actually starting to play out a little bit. Spectral is screwing up. Is Sleesher going to be able to get anything done here? Sleesher is trying to get out on the white flag as we follow the likes of Spec struggling for that. Trainwreck is all the way up there. Imagine ZY is sitting in P2 right now. Who would have thought? He has Musa behind him. There's only one turn left in this race, and it will
3 and
go to
4.
Remy. Musa sent it down the inside of Imagine ZY. Is he going to be able to get it done on the exit? Who's going to be better? But I think it's going to be Musa. What a freaking move by Musa. Holy moly. And Remy
And
comes across
Remy.
the line. I
He
think Remy was
takes
just
it home here
I think
at
Remy was
Phoenix.
trolling, but holy moly, what a race. Imagine ZY, I think he got second. I think he got third, so yeah, that was a great thing there. But oh my
Trainwreck obviously very frustrated
oh,
as he is saying, and I quote, rigged race. Well, he
yeah,
is very not happy with his finishing result. Imagine that. Imagine
yeah,
dominating all day and just getting, like, sloppy seconds. Not good.
yeah, yeah. Well, Trainwreck actually got fourth. So yeah, just really upset, but a beautiful move by Musa at the end there. That was just it was clean racing. It was just honestly that was beautiful to get that done. And just it's hard for Trainwreck. He was honestly I did not see anyone beating Trainwreck at the start of this race.
Me neither.
I just didn't see it. I called Remy because I had a feeling Remy would come to do something, and Remy did exactly that. But Joel Musa exceeded my expectations, and Trainwreck definitely struggled at the end there. I would not say that Trainwreck had a disappointing race because he drove so well, but the end result
He
was
managed to
disappointing.
finish inside the top 5. That's nothing to be ashamed of, but when you dominate the whole race, it is very frustrating.
Yeah.
Now, we want to remind you that there is a post-race show with AJ the Lego fan coming up here on AEC Sports, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah. So I I forgot to mention that. I think I was told to mention that. I didn't hear it. That's what I was trying to figure out. Thank you, Reese, for doing that. Um,
Yeah.
so Remy wins the race. We talked to him earlier. I called him winning it. I don't know who I called second. I did not call Musa second, and I did not call Imagine Z. We should probably bring Imagine Z back here. I'd like to talk to him honestly, because we talked. Okay. But I guess we can't bring Imagine Z right now. But yeah, Remy, as of now, smoking it up in the infield, and yeah, this is a great win for him. Honestly, he's naked, and he's showing the people that you don't have to be the norms.
How many wins is that for Remy this season?
There's only been 2 races, but that is 1 win.
Oh, one.
So
Nice.
yeah,
One win. That's crazy. It's one half
yeah.
the races.
I think at I I don't know how many he's had, but yeah, we're gonna go off to a commercial break, and after the break, we will go into the post-race show hosted by AJ, the sportsman or something. I think that's his name.
Hey, where do you think I can buy some cheap clothing?
Try Bob.inc. They have a wide variety of clothing that's very affordable, and they're made from scratch.
They must sell other stuff too, right?
Sure they do. They sell all sorts of motorsport-related things. They can even make you a fire suit.
I have been in the market for a fire suit.
Thanks for the win.
Maybe I should try out Bob.inc.
Bob.inc, the best racing products in the country.
AEC Sports, back with the post race. We have AJ, the Lego fan, and Lee aside me. AJ, what is your opinions about this race today?
First off, thank you for having me. I've been producing the, oh my goodness, bruh. Why is there disco? Anyway, I've been producing this broadcast. I haven't been commentating. Maybe I'll get into the booth next time, but anyway, on to the race. The race was, I mean, it was serviceable, I would say. It
I
wasn't,
would say that's fair.
it was pretty long. It like there was like a lot of like racing and stuff and like passing. But like yeah, that I mean, it's good that that Commander Remy won. Also, Lee is not in the VC, so maybe we should go into the other VC, but that's for later. But yeah, I think it was 7 out of 10 race. It was kind of like passing.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, the definitely the first bit of the race was really good.
Oh, here's
The
Matthew.
middle was dull. Then the third part of the race was like it's acceptable.
Well, yeah. Here's Matthew. Let's get Lee in here. Wait just a second. Lee, can you come into the VC? Okay.
Okay, I just left the game, but I'll stay in VC with you.
Okay.
It appears that we cannot have a good run here, like at all. Every week something bad seems to happen. Every week.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna drag Lee in. Oh my goodness. Move to media. Okay, there he is. Okay. So, we're not gonna go too hard on you this time. But
Fine.
it is time for the traditional wait, let me get it up there. Let's say it with me. Insult Matthew.
Yay.
Hooray.
Insult Matthew.
Yes.
Matthew.
Why do we say this?
Because it's time to insult Matthew. Anyway.
Yeah, it's tradition.
I'm gonna go first, as always. Bob, Matthew Nile. This race was too long. It was too,
This segment. This is a great segment.
yeah. We express our gripes about the race in a fun, lighthearted way, but like more constructive than insults. We're 2 hours 30 minutes into this broadcast. That is too long. It should be under 2 hours, or at least at 2 hours.
Yeah, I
don't-
realized that. The
If-
issue was the fact that we just kept having incidents and we kept
Yeah.
having to deal with lag.
Yeah.
Not to mention we started about 12 minutes off schedule, which wasn't fun.
Yeah, that's partly my fault because I didn't start the stream like earlier.
So it's insult AJ now.
Yeah.
No, it's not insult me now. But yeah, why is Remy here? Oh my goodness, Remy.
Oh my God, the winner just died.
Oh my goodness, bruh. Okay. Well,
Yeah, let me
Rest in
now
peace.
that, well, like, yeah, it was too long, I would say. Now that you know.
You're going to Brazil!
Wow, thanks for killing the broadcast the broadcast audio. It like literally peaked. But like yeah, it was pretty long.
Who sent me to
Shorten
Brazil?
now that you know that Phoenix produces a lot of cautions, you should probably shorten it a little bit to the 120 that you ran. But yeah, that's basically my only gripe. You did you called a good race today. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my piece. On
we did
to
our best today, but it just
yeah.
sucked. It was not a good day for
But
anybody.
who wants to go next?
Oh my
I'll
god.
go.
I literally felt like I was a Hiroshima victim struggling to find light at
What
some
does
point
that say?
because there were
That's
some times where I felt like it was on for so long that there was no end. I was looking for my family, but it turns out that they all got killed by the atom bomb. So there was no light at the end of the tunnel. And then at
Well,
the end
that's
of the
one way to
day,
kill the mood,
Remy
dude.
ended up winning
Damn.
anyways. No, I'm just kidding.
That
I
was a little much,
honestly,
dude.
it was my first time. I begged to do it to AJ. I was like,
You
please
did.
let me,
You did
please.
do that.
And he let me. And I enjoyed it. I probably won't get another chance just because I'm going off to school, and it was fun. I don't really have any insults, honestly, because it was pretty chill. Sometimes I was a bit bored just because it was 2.5 hours, but at the end of the day, it was fun to watch the people race and commentate on it with Reese and AJ in my ear. Reese commentating with Reese and AJ in my ear.
Yes.
I was in your ear. That is true.
He
Anyway,
was like a fly in your ear.
on to the one, the only, Reese Letty. What's your
I'm,
take?
I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night, guys. Love you all.
Okay.
Love
Good
you too.
night.
Anyways, so I'm gonna beat the bush again. It was very long.
The main issue with it being long isn't the race distance itself, but more of the lag we had to deal with the entire time. A lot of the time, it was lag that caused the cautions, people having handling issues because of the lag. And so that lag caused a greater issue, and another greater issue, and another greater issue. And there was a point where we even had to shut down because the cars were going so fucking slow.
Well, yeah, that's fair. But also there were some times, and I get officialing is extremely hard, especially in row racing. But sometimes there would be cautions called, and it would be maybe like a car towards the back,
Yeah.
or like maybe
There's a
cars that would
couple
spin.
times where a car in the back we didn't do anything about it.
All right.
Like
But other than that, I thought you did a very good job handling what you were dealt with.
yeah. We're doing our best here. We are simply put doing our best.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Remy. Oh man. What happened? Oh my, no, not me, bruh.
He
Oh no, what is
transitioned.
he doing?
Nah, heck nah, dude. I'm sorry, man. I gotta
All right. Well, is that the end of the
reset.
broadcast? We done?
Well, let me get over to lead. Okay. Anyway, let's do the outro. Anyway, that's it for AEC Sports today with the Subway Fresh Fit 250. Thank you
Okay.
for watching today's broadcast of the Bob.inc Racing Association. Maybe we'll do the next one, but I'm not gonna say that for sure because I don't want to make any promises. Anyway, that's it for today. Commander Remy is your winner. We will see you again next time on the AEC Sports Network here on Twitch. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.